Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Friday daytime stream. We're live finally. It's almost 5. I know we're starting late. I tell you what, as a deal, we will run late as well, okay? So today's daytime stream, let's try to hit at least 2.5 hours. It is a Friday stream after all. And actually, with us starting so late, it might actually be a pretty busy stream. All right, we'll say pulling your best Pokey-Moms. Hot box breaks, pack splits, live Custies, and slab breaks. We just got all of it. We got all the stuff, guys. It's true. All right, let's jump over here to the Discord server and ping the Discord server because you guys have probably just been waiting for me to go live. Going live for Friday day. It's Friday. Who doesn't like Friday? It's the best day of the week. There we go. Just talking back and forth with people, man. I was talking with Cares for like an hour. I was talking to the real estate agent. I was talking with the property manager. I was paying bills on repairs for the home we're trying to sell. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. I was signing. I had to sign paperwork. It has to be like printed out, signed, and then re-imaged. I was signing this paperwork for like changes to the, what do you call it? The property inspection report. And it was just like, bruh, it just takes all day, dude. Like, I need like a secretary for sure. I mean, there's no question. I need a secretary. There's no question. You know how much free time I would have if I had a secretary? I'd have insane amounts of free time because half the work I do is not streaming. It's just all this other crap. I got to do it all day long. And it is just not even fun. It's the worst part of the business by far. But man, I'm determined. We're going to sell not 1 but 2 houses. I've decided we're going to sell 2 houses. So when those houses are gone, I will have less busybody work because the other house has to be managed all the time. The one that's renting has to be ooh, wow. Look at the tag submissions. Aren't these ridiculous? Look at these. They all say image processing. I guess. But anyways, so they're still on the early step. I wish they would get some of the work done with these. I guess there must be a holdup at the encapsulation, grading encapsulation. So anyways, today's a Friday. We're expecting Miss Alexis to come in. I have to get some labels made. I know we have some labels to make. Last night we managed to get the label for Mr. Tam done, so that's good. Let's see. Let's jump over here. Let's grab the website. Thank you to Miss Tammy. She added a picture to the website that I had not added yet. Actually, I kind of forgot to add it. Here we are. Boop. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Hey, what's up, man? I'll be your secretary. I can wear a dress and everything. Yeah, you pretty much, if it's going to be a secretary situation, you better be very cute. Cannot be hanging out with big, stinky, ugly, hairy guy-foos. It's got to be a waifu. Here, let's see. We're going to hit refresh on the website. Let's see where we are on the website. Make sure there's no pre-orders. Okay, there's no pre-orders on the website. That's good. Tyler Ferber is ordering some shipping. Ivan Rodriguez says Lugia PSA 9. All right, so those are the early orders. So welcome to the daytime stream for Friday. If you're just piling in, I have agreed that we should go live a little longer than usual. So we're going to go live a little extra longer than usual, just to make sure we get an appropriate amount of time in for Friday. We have to. It's the rules. I didn't write the rules, but they exist. All right. Some rules I write, probably the lamest rules are the ones that I write. Let's go ahead and jump over here. It is Friday. Boy, I wanted to go swimming, man, but the weather wasn't going to allow it. Apparently, we're getting a big heat wave next week. Did you guys hear about that? If you're on the Midwest or the East Coast, we're about to get slammed with an insane heat wave. Look it up. Here's our stream. You can see I have some box breaks in the image this time, just showing off the variety of stuff that we offer. There's so many breaks. Do you think it's ever too many breaks? Like, do you think it ever dilutes the breaks? I don't think so, because they're all in different categories. I feel like they're separate categories. Well, let me see. Weather Camden 10. Let's see. Weather Camden 10. And let's see. 10-day forecast. Closing this. But Maybe I'm wrong about this. It says we're going to be in the 95-degree temperature range. I mean, that's pretty hot for the first week of July. That is unusually hot. Hopefully there's no power outages, because as you know, when it gets really hot, you can suffer power outages in the summer heat, which is almost an emergency. If it gets hot enough, it's an emergency. All right, let's read your questions and your comments. Have you or loved one taken GLP-1s and experiencing side effects, including sniffling, coughing, showing up late to streams? I wish that was the reason, but probably not. Move to Virginia Beach? I'll do it. All right, I'm moving to Virginia Beach. Actually, you know, I looked up the weather for Virginia. It's not bad. Virginia's got pretty mild weather. It's in the same coastal region as Wilmington, North Carolina, and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Although, if you compare all three of those, Myrtle Beach truly has the optimal weather. Virginia, it gets colder in the winter, unfortunately, so you have less outdoor time due to your slightly colder winters. Let's see. I'm going to have the entire map of America, every city, every location memorized for weather. But I don't think I need to do that. I'm pretty sure I've already figured it out. California has like this weird monopoly on 70-degree weather. Nothing comes close to it. So that's why, if you've ever heard about California being outrageously expensive with high taxes, that's why. You know why the taxes are so high? Because they can get away with high taxes. You raise the taxes and no one leaves because they don't want to. So that's what it's about. Although maybe they've reached that point where people are starting to leave. All right, move to Pensacola. 40 viewers, 8 likes. Smash that like button for me, guys. China exclusive Brock, and they took away all his melanin. What? What? They made him white? Chinese exclusive Brock card. Is it the Chasing Glory Together set? They removed his melanin. He is kind of white looking here. Look. He's turning into a light skin. Look at that. They said, you know, Brock used to be pretty brown, actually. He's lightening up a little bit. He needs some vitamin D. But what is this? Is this the Rocket set? Any exclusives? Is the Brock the exclusive? I don't want the Brock to be the exclusive. Brand new illustration set. It will remain exclusive to China. Why does China keep getting all these exclusives? It's kind of annoying. Damn, like, how about Japan get some exclusives? How about America? Actually, Burger Chew is starting to look like a Japanese exclusive if you talk. Not that one? Okay, so what are the custom boosters, says Surdax. He's got a real question. The custom boosters, they're kind of like slab breaks, but you know the outcome instantly. Because you order one of these booster packs. See how many there are? There's like 100 of them. You order one, you get an outcome right away. You know if you missed, you knew if you hit. There's a whole bunch of slabs in there. If you don't like the one you pulled, you can re-roll it for 90%. Okay, those are the live customs. We got the Poke Shuffles. Those are a $5 version of the live customs. We got the other shuffle. Other shuffle is the same thing as the other two, but instead of Pokemon cards, it's non-Pokemon cards. Exciting. And then this one's kind of unique. It's called the Waifu Shuffle. Now, these are $20 each, and they only have girl cards in them. So if you're after a girl card or you like opening girl cards, the Waifu Shuffle is just a bit of fun. Waifu Shuffles. People buy them every now and then, once a month. The Gym Break season is season 2. We're on season 2 now. It just started. All right, so here's Tyler Ferbert for shipping 1 bag and a few slabs. All right, Tyler Ferbert. Oh, yeah, we left some of Tam's stuff over here. Tyler Ferbert. No, you're not going to be in here. You're going to be in this other box. Yeah, Brock is going he exclusive for Chinese destined rivals. Crazy. Waifu Shuffle is best. Hey, what's up, Jeff Leon? All right, so here's Tyler Ferbert. Mr. Tyler's the new mod. He hangs out a lot. I like that. That's a good sign, by the way. If you want to be a mod, it's good if you're hanging out a lot. You don't have to hang out all the time, but you don't want to be missing for a whole week. Whole week, no moderating. You're not really a mod at that point. Well, I mean, maybe like a whole week can happen every now and then, but like 2 whole weeks, let's say. 2 whole weeks and you haven't visited. That's just too long. You're more like a visitor. All right, let's see. Nowadays, being a mod's a lot easier than it used to be. What we want to do nowadays is if somebody really wants to be mod, we can make the mod pretty fast. And then, but that's with an understanding that you can lose the roll really fast too. So it's kind of a throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks style. So I got to warn you guys, Miss Alexis has been behind on the shipping for a while, and she is once again this week receiving a ton of shipping. It is just so dang much. Ouch, I'm a visitor. Visitors are fine. There's nothing wrong with being a visitor. But if you have the prestigious moderator role, it's harder to get away with that. You can get away with it as a moderator. Like, let me think. I think Mahasvara is kind of that way, but he's a moderator. Same with Mary. Mary's kind of that way. But, you know, those guys, they were like some of the very first couple of people in our stream when we started 7 years ago. So they're moderators who are like retired moderators, essentially. Come on, dude. Just let me print the label. Why is this taking so long? I'm just going to put your bag to the side. It won't print the label. My God. I'm here so much, I should have the stalker roll. Here we are. You're going to get the Redditor mod roll. Okay, Ivan Rodriguez, Lugia, PSA 9. Let's find that. So that is sold before you even got a chance to see it, guys. We put this on the table last night, and now it's gone. Look at that. Lugia. I'm here also every day. I'm glad you're not gone, Tyler. Usually when Mr. Mod's new people there mysteriously show up less. Ivan Rodriguez. All right. There it is. It's hot honey time. Hot honey. You want hot honey with that? All right. Yeah, kill me with the hot honey, man. Ooh, yeah, the Meganium's nice. Do you guys need to see the breaks? It's Friday. Fridays is breaks day, so we got Giovanni Nidoking, 1 in 10. Not as much buzz for him, I feel. Here's this girl. She's a girl. Here's the One Piece break. There's 4 spots left. Here's the Charizard break. Now, this one's real slow, but he does have progress. Look, he's 8 out of 36. He's really good. I mean, if you pull him, you're talking about pulling an incredibly desirable, really hard to pull card already graded 10. Quips Cubone. Trico. You just gotta save up enough money that you're willing to say bye-bye to $60. And here's Ghastly. It's like asking, who wants to lose 60? Do you know what's crazy? Ever since we started that Charizard, we've opened up plenty of the 151 booster packs. So it's funny to see those 151 booster packs selling and go and just think like, why don't you hop into the Charizard break? He's already a 10. And your odds are literally probably better. I mean, we're pretty confident they are. We've already done the math. Okay, Ghastly is 6 and 13. Hey, this Ghastly's still running. Neo Ghastly. Trico and Cubone. Charizard, One Piece. Lots of beautiful breaks. No one's in the Princess break so far. Remember, this is a consigned slab, so we're helping somebody sell their card. And the Giovanni's Nidoking was voted on to be the Lightning break. All right, cool. So all of those are running. We have the pack splits. You guys saw the box breaks in the thumbnail, right? We got the box breaks in the thumbnail. There we are. All right, very cool, very nice. Here comes my Princess Freya. What's the chase in the waifu shuffle right now while I wait the lovely lady breaks? Here, let me grab this. So there are actually quite a few slabs in the waifu shuffle. Look at them all. Just that little pile of cards contains all of these. Now let's take a quick look. Don't forget the gem box break. Yeah, there's a lot, man. There's, oh yeah, this guy right here, right? Here we are. So that gem box break, no, you're right, that hasn't been shown off. This is a $30 buy-in, and it gives you 3 points on your gem card. We started it to help you guys try to catch up to Surge at the end of the previous season, but it didn't go off in time. So these are all in the waifu shuffle. We got Low Punny 9. I discounted it. Here's Princess Peach. She went up, though. Here's Zelda. So a couple of poker cards, because those just came back. Miracle Fairy. Okay. Here's a cheap Tifa. Here's a Naked Girl, rated 10. That's from Sneaker Bunko, and that's the full art. That's not a holo, that's a full art. Laplace Signature, Servant Contract, Tifa 10. This one's cool. Misty's Tears. That might be underpriced now. Here's Explosion Magic. Here's Low Punny. So this is the PSA 10 Low Punny. It's actually a pretty collectible poker card from the year 2012. So it's old. It's black and white era. So that's Low Punny. I thought Low Punny would be funny to put into the waifu box. But yeah, that's where you can find a Low Punny. Here's Kai. I don't know. She's only in for 40. Here's Yuna for 40. Here's Boa Hancock, full art. Pretty nice. The Doggy Girls from Sneaker Bunko 2. And it's a full art. That's not super easy to pull. Rent a Girlfriend, Memories Between the Two. Here's Megumin. Here's Naked Girls Talk. Beyond That Gaze. Ooh. TMZ got another note for the Nancy Guthrie case, and the note says they have video evidence. Okay. Another Tifa. Here's a Nami. Really nice. That's a full art Nami, if you didn't know that. It's like a promo card. This Nessa's just a solid Lost Origin card. Is it really only 60? Has it gone up? Here's Kier Sarge. This girl, she's just a sexy girl. Here's a lovely Princess Bubblegum. This comes only out of the decks. Here's Contract Kurumi, very saucy. There's no price tag on this, so I guess it cannot be re-rolled. That's how long ago we put this into the box. It just hasn't been pulled. Here's a Gear, which is ridiculous. Oh my god, that's saucy. That's the point of the waifu shuffle, really, is the saucy cards, right? Here's a Sarah. It's a mix. All right, here's a nice one. Perfect Trace of Kane is a chase card, 240. Perfect Aranya. So this is a perfect grade on Final Fantasy Full Art Dragoon Aranya. That's cool. And then we've got Turn Up the Volume and yet another Tifa. All right, so a couple Tifas in there. They're only 40 bucks. It's a nice card. It's from Opus 1. So it's an Opus 1 Tifa. Only one Siggy? Oh, wait, where am I putting this? Only one Siggy? Two Siggies? Yeah, I could probably pop another Siggy in there if I borrowed from Mr. John Lucas. So there you have it. There's some cool stuff in there. Let's see. We're jumping over here. It's Can't Hide. What's up, Can't Hide? Oh, let's go ping, not ping, let's go link our stream in Instagram. That's a new thing we've been doing. All right, so we'll just grab this. Let's see. We're live right now. We'll hit post on that. And what I might do is go back here, delete this comment, and then put it down again. All right, so I'll put fresh links in the last couple of Instagram posts. Is it gonna post? There it goes. All right, we'll jump over here. We'll say, so I've been doing this recently because, you know, if you look at our data for Instagram, did you know in the last month we managed to accomplish 450,000 views in the last month on Instagram? So Instagram's becoming kind of a hot place, and we want to make sure that we're pointing people back to this stream to help them find us. All right, cool, man. Delete this. Okay. Good. Now, back to the orders. Where are we? If you're new and would like to place an order, website link is pinned in chat. Why do you sound so weird? I don't sound weird. Here, let me hit refresh on that. Why do you sound so weird? All right, we'll hit refresh on this. All right, let's put this back. Ugh. So we're starting out needing to make some labels. Now's probably a good time for that. Let's go ahead and make an NHCC label. So you guys, wait, do we make the Tyler label? Here it is. So Tyler Ferbert, we got your label. There we go. He's in a tunnel. It's like you're distant from the phone or something. I was distant from the phone. I was on the computer, so my face was turned away from the phone. Here we go. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Let's pull this guy up right here. One piece. If anyone wants into the trade break, if you want to trade some cards, let me know. So here are some fun breaks right here. There's the quick break. We got to finish that one up, man. All right. I'll leave those up on the front. And then let's work on one of these NHCC submissions. Oops, no, we need this. Grab a card from my bag for the deck. Oh, yeah, we're working on deck number 4 as well. Good point. Okay, but let me go ahead and get this 2-pound label made. Okay, we're going to say package. We're going to change the dimensions of the package. And then we're going to call this merchandise playing cards. Set this to 2 pounds. We'll value it at this price. Okay. We'll hit acknowledge. Okay. All right, so let me print 2 of these labels out. Oh, okay, it's recalculating the value of the label. All right, and while we're doing that, Mr. Surge, website order in. Oh, man, a website order. Oh, yeah. Surge. So you have a bag over here, and you would like to make a deposit. Here are your hollows, it looks like. And here are your other cards. So we're working on deck number 4. Deck number 4 is a lot of fun. The way the decks work, everyone sees what was contributed to the deck on the table. A blank one's just mine. And you can even start to contribute non-Pokemon cards. We'll just assign a value to it. Why not? So you can assign non-Pokemon cards to the deck. And when the tournament is over, whoever wins the tournament keeps the deck. So that's part of the fun. So you really are making a donation, not to me, but to whoever wins. Or the person with the most losses. Remember, they can win too, right? So they can walk away with the deck too. So 6 almost walked away with that deck. And we've got quite a lot of these cards, these hollows. We are from Gem 5. So let's get some non-Gem 5 cards. What are you looking to contribute, Mr. Surge? What are you thinking? Let's see. Carvana, you got all of these. Eevee. We'll accept any card, except it has to fit into a, it does have to fit into the sleeve. Here's a Beldum. Here's some more of these hollows. Here's a Lurantis. EX cards are pretty good, like the Lurantis or this Rampardos. You are. What is your goal? Are you looking to have like the strongest Pokemon, the weakest Pokemon, just any Pokemon? You think about it, okay? I showed you some of these. You have a lot of hollows. You can tell me to just pick out any hollow. I can do that as well. What happens if somehow 2 people have the same amount of wins or losses at the end? I guess we'll extend it until one of them doesn't. So, or I tell you what, on the very last day, we'll just have them do a separate free gym break where there's no prize and one person wins and the other person loses. And then bada bing, bada boom. So that'll do it. So we'll just have them have an additional gym break to end the tie. All right. Okay, so here we are with Mr. NHWC. Please select a duties taxes. Oh my God, bro. We'll grab this. Print. And print. Oh my gosh, it's having me fill out the form twice. We're going to say playing cards. Okay. Add item. And okay. Print. Add vintage Machop or the reverse gloom. Vintage Machop or the reverse gloom. I say we go with, let's grab this. The Machop, he had no chance at a 10, right? Maybe we do the Machop. You said or the reverse gloom, huh? I don't remember what the reverse gloom was. Okay. Sabrina Venonat, Bisharp. This guy? Let's do this guy. He's pretty cute. All right, I like the gloom. 80 HP. Yeah, you guys don't have to contribute anything like expensive. We just got to get 60 cards together. Sometimes people get really creative with it. They like to add like Ditto and stuff like that. Stuff that will really affect the game. There we are. All right. Some people like to contribute the Pokemon out of their bag that has like the highest HP. There you go. That looks really nice. So what we do now, we're going to write your name on it so that they know who donated it. There it is, Sergio L12. Good. All right, and you don't have to donate one. You can donate more than one. I just donated some simple hollows. Here's a Mark J. Valerian donation. He's got the Reshiram. Tyler Ferbert. Some TCC cards. Ooh, who donated the Trivana? I didn't write their name on it. Ooh, I don't remember. Somebody donated the Trivana. I didn't write it down. I'll ask them to remind me. I'm sure that they'll see it. Probably going too fast last night. All right. You can grab a random EX as well. Okay, let's grab a random EX out of here. So the EXs are a great thing to donate, like this Wigglytuff. I'm going to put this Lurantis in. There we go. I think it looks fun. Got a little hollow back there. Actually, we should give the sleeve to the Armor Rush, because Lurantis is about to go into a deck sleeve. All right, Lurantis with 260 HP is probably going to be the strongest card in the deck now. Is the music too quiet? Let's turn that music up. Okay, give me one of these. Good. What are you guys doing for the weekend? You guys having fun this weekend? You hanging out inside? You opening Pokemon cards? That's a fun weekend. Working on your collection. You are. Sometimes it's fun to look at what you want to get rid of your collection. So if you got cards you don't want, you are. You ever think about that? I spend time doing that sometimes. Here's Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. He says, let me get a live custom and a Poke Shuffle. Friday live custom and Poke Shuffle. You got it, man. Going down the road to the beach. Going to the beach, then barbecue, then bonfire at the beach. Here we are. What PSA return is returning next? I can't remember if you're in it. It's an old one. Had to sit there. Had a slight heartburn there. You know, I've almost eaten nothing for this morning. Just woke up. There was a cookie on the table. I reached for it, and then I went, ugh. I said, oh, gross. Crazy. All right. It's October, right? It's, I'm trying to remember what's in the submission. Does anyone remember which one it was? We talked about it in stream. Here we are. Gligar. Look at that Gligar. He's so cold. All right, no luck there. Let's check this Mr. Brett order. Going to my cabin. You got a cabin in the woods? I don't know about that. Here's Mr. Brett. He says, 2 live customs, 2 Poke Shuffles, and 40 to do whatever with. 40 to do whatever with? Well, you're going into this guy because everybody wants him. That's the popular one, Brett. Unless you don't like One Piece. If you don't like One Piece, then I would probably put you in probably the Ghastly. Ghastly's the other one that's closest. He's technically closer to ending than the Giovanni Nido King. Yeah, if you're more... I don't think you normally open One Piece, do you? I'm trying to remember. No, you open Pokemon a lot. Let's put you in the Ghastly. Ghastly it is. All right. So there you are. Ghastly ticks up to 7. Okay, Ghastly is closer to the end, everybody. He's a big one. He's a Neo Destiny card. You know, Neo Destiny, that booster box is like 200,000 now or some crazy number. Sealed first edition Neo Destiny booster box. I'll look it up for you guys if you don't believe me. I bet it's like 150. Let's see. But it's going to go to 200 pretty easily because it's never going to get open again. That's what's going to actually happen. So it's going to be Neo Destiny. Think about what that implies. It's never going to be opened again. Neo Destiny first box. Oops. God, this app is just so slow. It can't handle how fast I can type. It makes a mistake like it doesn't take the input. All right, let's even find if there's one for sale. Oh, no, I had it right. So here it is. So this card right here comes out of this box for $230,000. That's a $230,000 box. That's where they sourced these Ghastlies. So it's over. They're not opening any more boxes. The loose packs will get bought up. Some of them will get opened. And they're not going to open any more of these. So his population of 146, it's pretty much set in stone. I mean, it might go up by 10 over the years. Maybe go from 146 to 156. But that's set. That Ghastly's done. His true pop is basically in. Again, it might move by like 10 spots at most, if that. His true pop's in. There's probably not many of these left that haven't already been examined by people who own them, right? Like maybe somebody finds some in a dusty attic or maybe somebody opens up a loose pack. I doubt there's going to be a lot of box breaks, though. So somebody finds a loose pack, and maybe that Ghastly grades 10, probably not. He's fantastic. He's a fantastic hold. You know, beautiful card. All right. Ghastly Evolution, by the way. So 2 live customs, 2 Poke Shuffles. Let's get it. Just a fantastic card. Why do you think I bought him? You could buy a house with that. Yeah, that's a down payment on a pretty solid home. 1, 2, 3. That's almost the price of an entire small home here in Missouri. So you're not even a down payment. You just buy it outright. But you're not going to want to live in there if you got $200,000. Ooh, the Rookie plush. So you just pulled this guy, and you have the ability to re-roll him for $50. What are we thinking? Keep the Rookie plush, which comes with free shipping, or re-roll him for $50? He's so cute. It's a winter item, and it's not a collectible Pokemon card. So whatever you want, re-roll. All right, so Rookie, don't worry, ladies. Rookie is not taken yet. He's still available. That's a good re-roll, though. So he's a valuable reroll. So we're going to say 50 here. And he's down to 50. Okay, now he goes back in for 60, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Next time, he will go back in for 50. And the reroll will be for 45. That's how it works. So items tick down in our box. Okay, did that work? Is everything good? All right, good. So here goes. Rolling again, this time for 10 spots. Not bad. That's an upgrade. 3. Hopefully you don't get a cold round, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good luck. So from $10 to $50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, bingo. Look at this. Usually have pretty tough luck in these, so you're having very good luck right now. 9 of Clubs, Lucario, and Duraludon. I know both of those. Wow, this guy's hitting a little jackpot here. From $10 to probably like $150 or $140. Well, I don't know yet. Let's not say that. Let's find out what they are. Let's find out what they are. Okay, so, because I don't know what they are. I think I know what the Duraludon is. Where is it? 9 of Clubs. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is a $100 card. I knew it. Poker cards that are graded 10 are not under 100. So you just pulled a $100 Lucario. And this is the Duraludon. So that's Shinji Kanda Duraludon. Shinji Kanda, he's the guy who drew, you know, like the Scarlet Violet Magikarp that everybody wants. Well, here's another one of his drawings. It's a Duraludon. All right, what are we thinking with these, Mr. Brett? He says, yay, me holding my Pokemon in my hand outside. Why are you homeless? Yeah. So you got 2 cards. You can keep both, re-roll one of them, re-roll both of them. Whatever you want. Do you have booster boxes, 2, or only packs? We do have whole booster boxes for sale. Yeah, if you want to open a whole box of something, just tell me. All right, keeping? All right, smart move. Smart move. I was talking about this last night. I was saying if you won, why keep re-rolling? You got to lock in the profit at some point. You got to lock in the win. Sometimes people get really excited and they keep rolling. And the thing is, while in theory that could work, you could also get unlucky. So you're flipping the coin again. And if you ever land on tails, you go from having a win to having a loss. There you go. Okay, so you went from $10 to $140 there. That's pretty good. I actually looked at that Lucario and immediately thought, is that underpriced? That Lucario seems like he could have been $150. So that's a big one. Did we get your 2 live customs? I feel like we didn't. Let's go get them. Double win today, perhaps? Let's see. Is a box just $36 at pack price? That used to be true for Pokemon. It depends on how it's being sourced. Some cards are coming out of booster bundles now, but if you want 36 packs, we can get you 36 packs. Yeah, it just depends on what you are ordering. Like Chaos Rising, we got booster boxes, 36 packs, so we can do that for you. All right, here you go. Excuse me. What do we got? Oh, you are doing so well today. Double luck today for Mr. Brett Love. Brett, you have been smoked in these live customs and Poke Shuffles so many times. Looks like all you had to do was open another round. 10 of Hearts, Kabutops 9. All right, that one's not crazy. It is a nice card. It's a vintage card from 1996 or something. But it's not a crazy one, but it's certainly better than $50. You ready? So that'll be this guy right here, I believe. It's Pokemon Red 1996 Kabutops. He's $100 as a 9. Isn't that crazy? So these cards have gotten pretty expensive. The poker cards have truly appreciated for me, but they haven't reached the crazy price that Top Sun reached. So we're waiting for that to happen. All right, what are we thinking here, Brett? Maverick Pokemon Collection says, hi, what's up, man? From $10 to $140. Wow, thanks for the great openings. Yeah. It's a lot more fun when you're lucky. Man, I watched you take a lot of hits out of these, take a lot of blows out of these live customs and Poke Shuffles. You'll keep it? All right, clever. All right, yeah. Toss this up here. Staying ahead while you're ahead. So, wow, you just went, let's see, how much was that? He went from $60 to $240. Crazy. There we go. Okay, and you're still in the Ghastly. So you have a 1 in 13 odds of pulling this guy, and he's probably like a $500 card. He's a good card. So you pull that, you're really hitting the jackpot. Next up, we have Mr. Shahir. He says, 10 of the Waifu Shuffles. So the Shuffles and the live customs all have the same rule now. It's buy 10, get 1 free now for all of them. It was such a successful rule with the Poke Shuffles, I said, well, why can't we just do these for everything? Because, I don't know, it's the same idea applies, right? You're willing to buy them in bulk, I'm willing to give you a discount. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, we got 11. That's buy 10, get 1 free. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, you're sweeping, dude. Dude, I always felt like this box was loaded and just no one was buying it. It made no sense to me because I saw how many slabs were in the box and I showed it off over and over again, and no one would buy it. And I'm like, what's the deal, man? This box has so much in it. All right, so you got 3 slabs. Let's go find out what they are. We need these to add up to something. You got Master Servant 056, Midsummer Hollow Live. Okay, so I think I know where that one is, and a gear. I know a gear is in the back. So this one's the Midsummer. Here it is. So she's the little shark tooth girl. Apparently we made that 40 bucks. I don't know what that's worth today. Here's a gear. Okay, there's a gear. Now how about Master Servant? 056. That says 056, but it looks an awful lot like this one. Let's go looking for any others that it might be. I have a feeling I wrote down the wrong number, and it's actually this card right here. This one says Yuki and the Master Servant Contract. Is this it? What's the number on it? Oh, it's this one. Okay, so Master Servant Contract. There it is. All right. Well, not as crazy as I thought maybe. Maybe I was expecting these to add up to like some huge number. It's kind of interesting the way it works. Each spot is a $60 spot, isn't it? But you definitely did not walk away empty-handed. You've got these 3 cards. Your options are to re-roll them. This would turn into 40, this would turn into 20, and this would turn into 40. Or you can take these bad boys home. I think the Agir is kind of a win because the Agir, despite how cheap it is a ridiculously sexy card. This has got to be one of the sexiest ones. Yes. Me to NIC. I need Pokey-Mommy. Yeah, that's why I bought in. Here it is. No signature card, though. If you had sniped 2 cards and a Siggy, that'd have been nuts. Okay, put that there. All right. I'm going to have to start taking some of John Lucas's cards to fill it back up. You tell me what you're thinking, if you want to keep all 3 or re-roll any of them. Re-roll them all. Okay, they're going to get re-rolled. This shall say 40. This one shall say 20. And this one shall say 40. There it goes. All right, so we're going to do a re-roll on all of them. And your total re-roll will be 40, 40, and 20. So that's 80 plus 20, 100. So you get 5 on the re-roll, okay? Now, they go back in for the full value, but the next time they come out, they will then be the lower value. So Master Servant is 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 3. All right, there we go. They're going back in, baby. Should I just put them randomly in the box, or you think they should go together? I guess they should just go together. Who cares? Doesn't matter. It's random, right? But that means if somebody lands a big roll in that middle part of the box, or that exact spot of the box, they get the same slabs. They're all tied together. Maybe my brain was thinking it'd be smarter if they were spread about a bit. I don't know if that matters. All right, split this whole thing in half. Let's get you 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Ooh, this is not looking good. I see the words Tifa. I know there's some cheap Tifas, and I think there's one pricier Tifa, but it's certainly not a $200 Tifa. Let's see. I'm looking for Tifa. So this one? Ooh, I don't think it is. Let me read this. T10016C. Oh my God. You just got Rick rolled by these. Oh my Lord. It's this one, isn't it? So you've got the $40 Tifa on your reroll. I'm sorry. That's a rough round, man. Oh, blank. I'm locked in now, says Nicholas. All right. So what you're looking at here is not a very expensive card. It's the Tifa from Opus 1, Final Fantasy. It would only re-roll for $20. I almost feel like you're kind of trapped now. I'd rather 1 Tifa than 3 random waifus. I'll keep it. All right. There you go. I only priced it at 40. It might be worth more than 40. I see what you're saying, though. She's actually an iconic character, whereas the other girls were more like, you buy those characters because they're sexy. There it is. It's like a different type of thing, isn't it? Yeah, you know, it's interesting. The waifu shuffle, it has signature cards. It has iconic waifus like Bubblegum, Princess Peach, and Tifa. And then it's got girls that are just sort of made up very recently, but they're like lewd. You know what I mean? So it's like a mix of lewd cards, iconic characters, and these signature cards that are very desirable. All right, tough round for you, Shahir. Let me put you in the second chance box. I thought at first you'd done really well. Here it is. Here's the second chance box. Now this is coming closer to the end. This is almost over. That's a Rickroll. Here's Mr. Jeff. He says he wants a Y Schwartz GA Bunko, a Y Schwartz Fuji Bunko, a Nikkei, a first. All right, 2 of each. Boy, this website must be nice, man. It does the math for you. Isn't that nice? So you can place all kinds of crazy orders now. Do I have a bag for GA Bunko? I suppose I do. Okay. So here's the GA Bunko. You get the last pack. And that means we're opening a new box. Okay. Mister, are those Boa and Nami Slabs for sale or in the shuffles? Those are not for sale. They're only in the waifu shuffle. Can't wait for when Mister gets distribution. Going to be an iconic moment. I think that'll help, definitely, yeah. Yeah, distribution will help. We can definitely run this business better at that point. All right. Got a little box topper for you. Set that there. Now we want to get the other cards too. So GA Bunko, Fuji Bunko, Nikkei, Azure Lane, and Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. Let's go looking for these. I see Fuji. Now, is this the Japanese or the English version? Because this looks like it's strictly the Japanese version. Yeah, it is. Okay. Hey, look at these. Are these even on the menu? I don't know if these are on the menu. Did you know these are here? I don't know if those are on the menu. Here's Azure Lane. English. Ah, the last 2 packs. So those got to get restocked. Here's Fuji 2. There we go. And Sneaker Bunko 2. 1, 2. Looks like I need a fresh box of the Sneaker Bunko soon. What am I missing? Azure Lane. Okay, I think that's these right here, right? No. These are Azure Lane Volume 1, aren't they? Wow. Okay, gotta be careful, man. It's tricky. We also have some Spy Family back here. Grabbing this box. There's so many different products. You know, it's hard to remember them all. It really is. So, okay, we also look like we need some Nikkei. Oh, no, wait, we have Nikkei over here. We have Nikkei at home. So here's the Nikkei. And here's the Azure Lane. So then, what is it that we needed that we ran out of? We just ran out of... We're going to grab more of this. And was it this set? Which one did we run out of? Wait a second. Oh, this is Japanese. Okay, hold on. This is getting so confusing. This is getting so confusing. There's too much product that looks very similar to each other, and I don't speak Japanese. I think it was this one we ran out of, right? It says Azure Lane on the front of it, but it's not. No. It actually was... no, this product's fine. It really was the Azure Lane 2 that we ran out of. Okay, good. Okay, so now I know what to grab. I'll be right back. All right. So much Azure, I'm sorry, so much Sneaker Bunko left to sell. Crazy how much I have. Now, grab a box of this, a box of this. Plop these all down over here. So I got backup boxes in the room. It's hard to rewind on vertical. Yep. All right, so what we're doing here, we're restocking these. Azure Lane English is doing well. Yeah, Azure Lane Volume 2 English is selling through quite quickly. Must be all the sexy ladies. WD-40, that hinge. Should I? I mean, it kind of announces my arrival. You guys know I'm back in the room, so you can all stop talking about me. Shh, he's back. Stop saying that thing about him. He's going to get angry. Here we are. All right. Tossing all that. Here's some girls. All right, you can have this as well, Mr. Jeff. Weird, I feel like that exact card was in GA Bunko. Okay, now, where's my sneaky Bunko hiding? There it is. Hiding in a bag marked junk. John Skid, 225. This bag's been recycled 3 times. That's called recycling, guys. Can't let it go to waste. All right, there we go. We are all set. This is kind of a bigger order, guys. It's, it all adds up. Look at all those packs, you know? Okay. So this is where the Y Schwartz waifu cards come from. They come from these packs. They can be pretty rough to actually pull a waifu from. And then even after you pull it, you still got PSA graded, and that takes a while. Or BGS graded. That takes a while, too. Let's snip this. Okay, good. Any update on the missing T-Tech? Yeah, actually, we do have an update. So, Miss Alexandra noticed a picture of a Sylveon with her slabs, and she said it could be yours. And we looked at it, and it looked a lot like yours. So, my suspicion is your slab is being kept with her stuff, and I went down to look for it very briefly and did not see it. So, I don't know where her stuff is being kept. So, I don't know if Miss Alexis has like a separate box for Alexandra slabs. So that's my next step. I'm going to ask her, hey, are you keeping Miss Alexandra somewhere, all her slabs somewhere? That's my next step. So we think your card was placed to the side with Miss Alexandra's. That's my suspicion right now. All right, you pull a shotgun girl, or rifle girl, I guess. That's where we're at. We think that it's actually here, and it's with Miss Alexandra's stuff. All right, this is GA Bunko right now. We're in GA Bunko. You got Cat Girl. And these are pricey. These are like a premium pack. Just normal, nice schoolgirl. All right, nothing crazy popping out. I sent you a Discord message about the Italian brain rot cards. Oh, I saw that very briefly at the end of the stream, and I then ran off to dinner and forgot. Yeah, that's funny. I've never heard of that before. Italian brain rot, huh? I recognized one of the characters, though, the brown guy. Okay, you got questionably young-looking maid girl, and here's Wings girl. So this is the Azura Lane. Horned girl, because she's so horny. And here's Sneaker Bunko. Ooh, a Sneaker Bunko full art. Have y'all seen the valves of the FIFA World Cup stickers? No, I've not. We are. FIFA's still going on, huh? It lasts a long time. Is that how it works? We are. Here's a hollow. And here's... That must be really expensive for Europeans to come over to the United States and have to, like, stay over here for a prolonged time period. America is a pretty expensive place to live. We are. What we got? We've got a hollow. And here's a hollow. And here's... Yeah, I saw them at Target, Dennis. I love brain rot. Finally, we've got a hollow. And we've got one more hollow. All right, so no crazy snipes in this round. We're always looking for crazy snipes, but no crazy snipes this time. Yes, end of July, early August. Wow. So they're staying over here for like a really long time, huh? That's crazy. Here we go. Mr. Jeff. They must have like a lot of money saved up for something like that. I mean, unless you're like kind of rich. Like I don't even go on prolonged vacations like that. That sounds like a really long vacation. Here's Mr. I don't go on any. I'm a bad example. I don't really go on any vacations. Mr. Jeff, let's put this stuff into your bag. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, man. Lots of gooners too, says Mr. Alex. What? Ghastly, seven people are in, 6 people are needed. This break is almost done. New Nido King break. All right, now we have to go back over here. We're refreshing the queue. Now, we have Mr. Asmer Ahmed, and he says, for the Luffy. You got it. Yes, sir. So this guy comes down to 9 spots. Habibi says, free Palestine. Yeah, we are. Here's a 9. Good. That's 9 out of 12. And now here's... it was just the one order? Good. Okay, so we took care of that. Now we have an order from... Let's delete this junk email. I hate junk emails. I get so many junk emails. No Zelle orders so far today. You know, if you guys swap over to paying with a Zelle, you can be placed into a Zelle giveaway. We host an independent Zelle giveaway for Zelle users. Okay, so if you're somebody who buys a lot and your bank offers you Zelle, try learning how that works, okay? It'll give you some discounts. Kind of like almost like a credit card, you know, like reward system. I'm basically doing that. Now, here's Mr. Jack Gray. He says, 1 live costume. You got it, 1 live costume. Why do we do that with Zelle? The Zelle is a direct bank-to-bank transfer with no fees. And PayPal, on the other hand, charges me like 3.5% per transaction. It's a lot. It adds up, actually. It's a lot. They want 3.5%. Okay, we got... Whoa, this cute little guy. Is that Dynamo? I don't remember. One cold one coming out of the live Custies. It's Friday. How's your Friday going so far, guys? You guys stuck at work? Ugh, not work. I just opened a BOA account just to sell. Nice. Yeah, so we got nothing too crazy, but I try to pick out a cute little slab. and it's a Zelle slab. Yes. Take a look at take a look at these. Got a couple more of these, huh? Wow, those look really fancy when you put them together. All right, so I'm gonna put these in these specialty sleeves. 3 spots left in Luffy, 2 spots in the gym box. 2 spots in the Scarlet Violet gym box. That's right, it's the Scarlet box particularly. Base set Scarlet, 2 spots left, $30 buy-in, 1 in 4 odds. You might take the whole box home. You might lose 30 bucks. Excuse me. All right, Luffy. Okay. Sleeving this guy up. Here's Luffy. That's my favorite character. I love Luffy. You know what's really cool about this slab is it's a heavy slab, and I wish PSA would use heavy slabs for everything at this point, but they seem to pick and choose what gets a heavy slab. So they decided that this Monkey D. Luffy would get a heavy slab, probably because he looks so damn nice. So they said, give this man an upgrade. The heavy slab's an instant upgrade. It feels more like a tag slab. Yeah, so tag slabs are heavy, if you didn't know that. That's one of the reasons why they're so nice. It feels like as heavy as a BGS slab, so it adds a certain weight, like a glass-likeness to it. You know, glass is heavy, right? Plastic is lightweight, glass is heavy. Look at that. So these look, wow, those are nice, man. I don't know what to think about that. So 3 spots left on this, and then you guys will own one. I'm thinking I might have to keep one of these because this is really pretty. I don't know what the deal. I think I'm just attracted to the colors. Red, black, and white. I just happen to like that color palette. That's why we got the black and red swirl over here. Well, if you go to my other YouTube channel, it's a white and black swirl. So those are my colors, I guess. Black, white, and red. They're fun. They're like really strong colors, I guess. All right. Very loud colors. Oh, look at this. The cleaver that we never finished. All right, so check it out. So this is what I was trying to grab, the Zelle giveaway, and this one's getting close to the end. It's at 16, 4 spots to go, and then it's handed out. All right, and to get in there, you just have to spend $100 on Zelle, which to me is about $3 of savings. So, you know, that times 20 is about $60. So we can pretty consistently hand out a $60 slab. Pretty neat, right? And we'll just hand it out at random to one person. And so one person just picks up a $60 slab at random. It's kind of cool. Mr. Whatever happened to the Topps Lugia giveaway? That's still running. So my plan is to hand out a bunch more spots for that when we hit 10,000. And it's just a really expensive slab. It actually became more expensive because of the explosion this year. So we marked him at 500, but I think he's definitely worth more than that. I think that he's just a fantastic card. And we've already got a list of people on there. You might be on there if I recall. And we're going to add more people, but we're just taking our sweet-ass time with it because it's so damn good. And I think what we want to do is have him be part of the excitement for the 10,000, so 110,000 subscriber special, right? We do giveaways then. So what we'll do is we'll, as usual, we'll give away $1,000 of slabs, and then we'll add a bunch more people that Lugia at that time period. We could also save it for like a holiday, like July 4th or something like that. So July 4th is around the corner. And in fact, it's really close. It's like 8 days from now. So I thought, you know, giving away something so huge, it ought to not just be like a thing you forget about. It ought to be like a specialty kind of thing. I think it should be 111K, not 110K. That'd be possible. It's a funny number, isn't it? 111. Did I mention we have this for sale, guys? Look at this Naruto tin. So we sold a bunch of these. This is like the last one now. Bandai Naruto tin. We had 9 of them, and Mr. Arabi bought all 9 of them. And then I just found this one in a box. So it's for sale. If you've seen him opening these and you're jealous, here's one of them. Now, it's a $100 tin. I think online is actually a more expensive tin. Let me go look it up. If I look it up, I'm going to end up, you know, increasing the price, sadly. But let's see. So it's Bandai Naruto. I don't think we need to write Bandai. Let's say Naruto tin. And the name of the tin is Fierce Ambitions. Fierce Ambitions. So we have a sealed one. That's right. So Fierce Ambitions tin right here. $140, almost 50% more than the price I offered you guys. We don't do clearance very often, but man, you guys, and look, that's collector's cash, very reputable. Our price is too low. It's got to be 140. So we'll do 130 now on this tin. This tin is no longer 100. It's $130. You should have bought it when I was saying 100. I knew it was underpriced. I kept saying it was underpriced. Yeah, I said it was a good price. I said it was better than eBay probably. I just knew in my gut it was going to be better than eBay. So look at this. This is in 3 carts too. So people are about to buy this. So that's 140. I'm still going to offer a lower price than eBay on this. It'll be 130. And I believe Mr. Robbie got all of his at 100 each. So he just got a great deal, man. And I was offering this one at 100, but now it's too late. I've seen the online price. It's 130. Why are people opening this? Because Naruto has been announced to be receiving a brand new card set very similar to One Piece. Bandai Namco is going to print a TCG set for Naruto. That's not sold prices. We can look at that as well if you wish. But that is, again, collector's cash, one of the oldest, most well-known big card sellers in the entire hobby. This is one of the most well-known card shops in the world right now. So they're selling it at 140. All I got to do is match their price. In fact, look, it gets more expensive. If you scroll down, look, this is 160, 150. These are all from the same set. And then here's some different tins for 130. But let me check sold, because you said, hey, that's not sold. But I bet you there's one sold. Yeah, look, so here's the red one sold for $130 plus $8 shipping plus taxes. Who pays the taxes when you guys buy on this channel? I pay the taxes. So this price, $130, already includes taxes. So the real price is like $120. I don't know. Actually, I think it's less than $120. How much is taxes on $120? What if it's at like 9%? Yeah, so it's less than $120. So you're getting this box with the taxes already built in. If you go buy this on eBay, you're going to pay the eBay taxes. It's true. Go try it. Go list it up right now, and you'll see it. Here we go. Okay, one sold on June 11th, which would have been like a week ago, for $135 on eBay. So there you go. Sold price and last listed price. Not that it would terribly matter. I mean, we do pay attention to last sold sometimes. It's pretty useful sometimes, but, you know, I'm only in competition with the one that's actually listed for sale immediately right now, you know. Yesterday's prices are not today's prices, yada, 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 yada. We've had that philosophical discussion about pricing for a long time. In the end, it's just whatever you want to pay for it. Those Naruto manga cards are going to go crazy. Yeah, so what's cool about it, when you open the tin, you immediately get 2 promos that are already really good. They're like chase cards already. You get a golden card, and then you just get a really nice 3-dot card. In the Naruto tin, that set, the rarity worked like this: 1-dot, 2-dot, 3-dot. And some cards were 0-dot, right? Well, 3-dot is the maximum rarity. So you get 2 cards, a golden card with 3 dots and a different promo card with 3 dots. So the tin opens up with 2 hits right away. Kind of like Pokemon, right? Like when you buy an old black and white era Pokemon card from the same time period, the most important card tends to be the promo. Ivan Rodriguez, Luffy, split. You got it. All right. So this has 2 spots left on it. This is the story right now. This card has 2 spots left. It's a big one. It's a 12-spot break. It's a lot of money. And somebody's about to pull them. So we're at 10 out of 12. Why don't we count these up too, okay? I'm from Oregon. I don't pay taxes. I should get a discount. I wish I could, but that would just be too complicated. Here we are. All right, let's see. There you go. Very nice. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just simpler to do it this way. Congratulations, you're subsidizing some of the taxes for someone else. We are, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. Good. Besides, I'm not in Oregon, so I don't exactly know how that works. I think you guys are tax-free if you sell from Oregon to Oregon. Is that right? Yeah, it's tax-free if somebody living in Oregon sells to somebody living in Oregon. Same with Delaware. That's why people send their slabs to, you know, the vault, the PSA vault in Delaware. Because once it's in the PSA vault, if you do a transaction from one vault owner to another vault owner, then it's a transaction occurring inside of Delaware. So this is not a transaction occurring inside of Oregon. Oregon most likely does collect taxes from Missouri. You are? All right. Now, yeah, if I was living in Oregon and you were living in Oregon and we did a transaction between each other, you should be like, hey, I get a discount on this because we're in Oregon. There are no orders in the queue. The queue is empty. What do we get to work on then? We get to work on stuff. Do we get to work on giving cards away for free? What's our giveaway today? Who wants in the giveaway today? We gotta get some giveaway going. It's Friday after all. That's TCC. Type in TCC right now for the giveaway. Those Naruto manga cards are gonna go crazy. All right, let's grab this. Let's grab this. TCC. Yeah, I think they will, man. Oh, my eye's so itchy. I was gonna buy something last night. I don't remember what it was. Was it? I think it was Riftbound Unleashed. League of Legends Unleashed. I felt like there was something else I was going to buy, but I can't recall. I checked the menu and didn't see any slabs. How am I able to buy some slabs? Says Jose Gonzalez. Hello, Jose Gonzalez. I'm sorry, I didn't see that question. Basically, we show off all of our slabs in our Discord server. Check our Discord server. Let me show you real fast. So we're going to head over to Discord. And I'm going to jump over here. So here we are. We're in the server. And up here, we've got the pricey out-of-date slabs, all slabs new, 9s and lower, consignment, slab away, breaks, history, consignment sold. So here it is, all slabs new. This is real fun. Good place to see all the slabs. So these are slabs that we've priced up. And you can just like click on a picture and zoom. And you see everything about the card that you want. And these will all be 10s, by the way. None of these in here are 9s or lower. So these are all 10s for sale. And look how far it just goes back. Just so many items. So you can definitely go shopping for slabs in our Discord server. We do not post the slabs for sale to our website. It would be too much work. The slabs sell all the time. They disappear. So we don't want to list them and then delist them and then list them and then delist them. They just sell too quickly. And if you need access to the Discord server, there's a link in the description. There's also this QR code. So that's 2 ways to access it. So you can use this QR code to get in there, or you can just look for the link in our description. Okay. I had sent for live customer to shuffle. You never pulled it. The same thing happened 2 days ago, but you said you had opened it, but also I never saw it. Yeah, we did yours. You got 2 cold ones. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, we opened up your live custom and your Poke Shuffle, and they were both cold, unfortunately. I apologize, man. I thought about it when it happened. I said, ooh, that's stinky. I'm sorry, man. Can I have the free card now? Well, Devin wants the free card now. I say we just give it to him. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You should steal cards from abandoned bags for the deck. So I bought a whole box of cards for myself. Probably this guy right here. All right, check this out. So, you know, I sell these cards to you guys, the Topps cards, but you're not the only ones who like Topps cards. I also like Topps cards. And we need to do a CGC submission and a BGS submission this weekend. All right. Come on, dude. Open it. There we go. Well, that's good. The packs are on the inside. You ever worry you're going to open up a box and it's not what you want? So these are for me, not for you guys, this particular box. And let's just see what we got out of here. Let's just see if anything weird happens. Sometimes weird stuff happens, you know? Sometimes you don't get what you think you're going to get. But let's see how they're doing. I've been grading Topps cards and selling them for a long time. Are you still selling some of the Mewtwo promos? Oh, yeah, we had Mewtwo promos. I forgot about that. Look at that. There's a big bend right there. Did that affect all of them? Just this one, it looks like. I could sell those again. I don't know what they're worth now. They might be worth a little more. And there we go. We got one Charizard making out with another Charizard. Look at that. Wow. I call this set the Charizard set. You know why? I call this the Topps Charizard set because it has so many Charizards in it. Such a beautiful set. Here we are. I feel bad, though. I feel like I should let you guys open these. Here we are. I feel like, you know, it's funny. When I'm a card shop, it doesn't feel like I should be, like, hoarding the good stuff for myself. It just feels sort of like, it feels kind of like I'm breaking the rules or something. What do you guys think of that? Like, I opened some Rainbow Tops for myself, too. So was that inappropriate? Do you think I should just let you guys open it? How do I get my own product? You know, I got to have some kind of product to grade. That's the tricky part. I try not to commingle your stuff and my stuff. So if you're opening up, let's say you guys are opening up like, you know, like Destined Rivals or something. I try to stay out of it, but I really like Destined Rivals. So what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get cards? Oh, I just got a message from Alexis. Hopefully her saying I'm on my way in. Is shipping ready? Let's see. It's not downstairs, but there's a lot. There we go. You have Caleb's stuff down there. And also, do you keep Alex, Andrea's stuff in a separate box? I'm looking for her stuff. All right. So I can stop streaming for a second and get her the shipping. I think she's thinking about coming over real soon. You always hoard the good stuff. It's hilarious. Well, I got to have something to grade. I do. Let's go ahead and... Boy, it looks like it's just about to storm again. Let's grab this. I might need to get myself a Tums as well. I can feel that I have... man, I have a heartburn and I didn't even eat anything, man. It's just terrible. Lizard Hickey. Can I ship today and have her ship out? Yeah, absolutely. I think you risk her not being able to get it out on time because she is really, really overwhelmed right now. For some reason, there's just tons of shipping. But it gets you into the queue, so that's smart, right? What are you saying? Why he opened my pack? I want it sealed. Put it in a web order, says Good Loops. All right, so let me put this to the side. We got to put this somewhere. Put this in the Midnight Sawazo's bag. It's not his, though. There we go. All right, so that's an abandoned bag, though. That's why we did that. Let's see what she says. If there's too much, I put it in another box on the other side where the booster slabs are. But I think I only have one for Ivan right now. Ooh, okay. Asking her questions. All right. So why don't we hand out some spots in here, guys? And then we're going to take care of that queue, okay? So we got PDX. PDX. 14. We've got Tammy. We have 15. Rip and Flip. We have 16. Joshua Rodriguez. 17, we have William Wafter. All right, there's still 3 spots to hand out, guys. So keep typing in TCC if you haven't typed it already. All right, so let's jump over here and let's see what she's saying now. Let's see if she's coming over right now. I'll be there in like 15 minutes. So what I'm going to end up doing, guys, we're going to go quiet for a second, and I'm going to take care of getting the shipping all the way ready for her. What we have to do, I have to get a big box and I have to start packing all the shipping up, and then I have to bring it down to her, okay? So we've got a huge Ivan Rodriguez slab away payoff to be able to ship today. Ooh, look at you, man. All right, we got a big Ivan Rodriguez slab away completed. Holy, man, that's a big one. Ivan Rodriguez, 2 slabs, reverse vintage Cyndaquil, and Delcatty. All right, let's go grab those. Wow, wow, wow. I printed you that label, and she's going to get that shipped out for you. And she's on her way over, so she should be able to get those out with all your other ones. Here it is. All right. Very nice. Take a quick look at this. Delcatty and Cyndaquil. Wow. Those are cool, man. I forgot about these. Wow. Pretty neat. My screen went black. I got scared. Blast the music while you're gone. Okay, we'll blast the music. So those are completed. I just put them onto the pile to be shipped out. And we'll be taking those down to her. Okay. Wow, that was a really big Ivan order. And now back over here at the website, we have Mr. Steve Gonzalez. And he says, Luffy spot. That's it. There's one Luffy spot. Oh, yeah. People loving Luffy right now. I pay a lot for these Luffys, by the way. The raw cards were not even cheap. So the raw, and they don't all grade 10. So these are just the ones that can grade 10. I happen to send the good ones out. Here it is, 11 out of 12. We need one more person. I'm turning the music up. And let's turn on Minecraft. Not this Minecraft. Good Minecraft. All right, I'm getting the shipping ready for Miss Alexis. There's a lot. There's a lot of shipping. So step number 1, I need a box. All right, step number 2, I need to start putting everything into the box. So let me grab some of these. We got a lot to ship. It's a lot. Okay. And we start putting these in the box. And these will go in. And this box here will go in. And this stuff here. And all of these. Tyler Davis. Did Tyler Davis order shipping? I don't think he did. So here we are over here. NHCC is going to be saved for Monday because I know she's probably not even going to get to it. Wow. We've sold so many slabs. Look at all this, guys. That's a lot. All right, she's going to get these. She would be getting Alex Garcia, but we're still looking for that slab. All right, so the last step, I have to carry it downstairs. I'll be right back, everybody. Just trying to remember, was there anything else I needed to ship? I think that's everything. So I'm going to go carry this heavy box down now. All right, I'm back. Woo! So I checked again. I once again did not see Alex Garcia's Sylveon. Darn. I was hoping I'd just magically see it. Let me see this. Let's see, where we put it. Here it is. Okay. So I'm back. Let's jump over here. And I want to see, what was the timeline? There's that Sylveon right there. Okay, there it is. It's at the very beginning. Let me open that image and zoom in. Prismatic Sylveon Master Ball. It's a consignment break. That looks like it's Alex Garcia's, but it's not with Alexandra's cards. All right, let me message her. Maybe you put it back in the consign box. No, because that would require me to remove your name from it. So let me message her. Shipping is ready now. We're missing an Alex Garcia slab, a pink Pokemon card called Sylveon. I checked all the A boxes and couldn't find it. Maybe it got missorted. All right. The only thing that concerns me is that by now she would have, she would have been working and going through the other shipping boxes to do, the slab boxes. She would have ran into it already and corrected it by now. So I'm just wondering what possibly could have happened. It doesn't look like Miss Alexandra has shipped, so she doesn't have it. What would have happened is I would have taken a picture of all her slabs, and then it would have just been sent down to Miss Alexis, and then Alexis would just sort those slabs out, so your card would have just gone into the box with her cards. That's it. Nothing else. So then how could it have been missorted? Just doesn't make sense. It would have even gone, because you're both ALs, you would have both gone into the AL box together. So it just doesn't make any sense. All right, back to it, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Andrew A. Martin, he says, a Luffy spot and the rest to credit. You want a $40 credit? All right, this is done. Maybe you put it back in consignment. I think Andy sent for the last spot. He sure did. All right. Yeah, if it was in the consignment box, by the way, we would have very quickly ran into it there too. So like we take a picture of all the consigned slabs. You can just go see them. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12 of these. Like what could have happened with that? I wonder what could have happened, huh? Alex Garcia, and you didn't tell me to resell it, right? See, my brain has a memory of it being sold, probably because it was a consignment slab. That's all I can think. What could have happened? I just can't think. Weird. True, such a weird situation. I eated the Sylveon. All right, let's get this all prepped. Also, he says 20 to store credit. That's right, 20? All right, so we got a couple of these. Let's get these cards together. We got a couple cards over here. We printed out Mr. NHCC's shipping already. AOG, Alex Garcia, missing Sylveon slab. Ship Tam. All right, Tam's done. Good. Good. Oh, we never grabbed Team Rocket Grunt's Celebi. Damn it. Let's see. Okay, set that there. Let's go grab our store credit bag. Now, Andrew Martin, you don't already have a store credit, right? What card is missing? A Master Ball Sylveon card is missing. Master Ball Sylveon. And I would love to just find it. It seems to have been pictured. Okay, so we're creating a new card for you. It seems to have been pictured along with Alexandra Noor's cards. So we knew at one point it was with her cards. Could I have separated it at that point? Maybe I thought to myself, maybe I said like, okay, this is not where it's supposed to be. Let's put it where it belongs. But all I would have done is just put it into the pile to go back down to Alexis because she's the one who sorts them. So I wouldn't have done anything really. I would have just put it in the pile and it would have gone down with everyone else's slabs. I don't sort them. So it doesn't matter to me if they're mixed. If they're mixed upstairs, it doesn't matter because they get sent downstairs and then they get sorted. Wait, did I just grab everybody's cards like a doofus? I did. I just grabbed everybody's card like a doofus, didn't I? Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, there we go. My B. All right. So it's these cards here. Stephen, Ivan, NHCC, Jeff, Jacob, Sarah, Asmer, JC, Garrett, Robert, Andrew. All right. Put this here. Yeah, my mind's pretty focused on that other subject. Let's grab this. Sadak. Let's grab these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of those. Let's load them up. We're going to load them up because they're booster packs, right? That's what they are. They're boosties. We've had a pretty busy Friday so far. A lot of what people are buying are break spots or live customs or Poke Shuffles or Waifu Shuffles. Those are the big sales. We just had a big order for Slab Away too. Yesterday, we had a $3,000 order for Slab Away. People love Slab Away. It's a way to pay down cards over 6 months. So if you see a big, heavy card, you want to pay it down over 6 months, you can do that. It's a $20 fee to do that. It's almost like a Pokemon loan because you're loaning the card, you're borrowing the card from me for 6 months. And it's not really that much interest if it's just 20 bucks. Depending on the card. I mean, if it's like a cheaper card, then yeah, maybe it's not so great. But we actually lower the fee if it's really cheap. Like if it's under $100, I think the fee is just 10 bucks. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There it is, 12 of these. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just double, triple counting so I don't make a mistake. I make mistakes, guys. That Luffy went pretty quick. He is the lead card on the table, and he's done. So we're ready to move on to the next break. We do host a one-piece break because One Piece is very popular. He just finished. The next One Piece break might be a whole box of something. What do you guys want it to be, a whole box of anything in particular? Could be OP13 English. We did OP5. That was really fun. I don't want to do the same thing twice too fast. Okay. Oops. All right, give me a number. $40 credit. Box of OP13. That's what I'm thinking too. What's going to happen to people who bought an empty spot for the slab? There is only one spot winner. An empty spot for the slab. What do you mean by that? Ian DNV says 1. All right, 1. Rotated to the back. All right, now we're going to shuffle the names. So if this is your first break you've watched on this channel, you should know we've done this for 6 years. These are my custom booster packs. They always contain a card, so you're buying a custom booster pack with a card in it. One of the cards contains a drawing, which you can then trade me back for the chase item. Pretty simple. It's like a placeholder, right? Because I can't actually fit this into a booster pack. So we have to have a placeholder card always. You can even keep the artwork and reject the chase card. You can say, you know what? I'd rather have the chase. I'd rather have the drawing. It's a funny thing to do. Pretty pricey, though. If you buy 11 and you lose, you paid for the winner's box. Yeah, you basically paid $40 for one Pokemon card or whatever it is you pull out of your booster pack. That's how it works. All right, give me a number. Sometimes we include bonus pulls in these booster packs, especially if I have something cute laying around, like a promo card or something that works. 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, 3 of these. Here's Sarah Duzadaddy, Miss Sarah, who has Crocodile. Ooh. Here's Jacob Hughes. He pulls this character. So this is what they're pulling. So Ivan Rodriguez, he's going to pull the doggy girl this time. Sorry, Ivan. Here's Andrew Martin. He's going to pull Tanamo. You're rich. Here's Steven Gonzalez. He's going to pull... Oh, he's going to pull the Psyduck. So Steven pulls the Psyduck. There we are. All right. Mr. Steven Gonzalez. It's nice to hear from you, by the way, Mr. Steven. Steven, he likes to pop in and out every now and then. There we go. Now, here's NHCC. Here's Mr. Ahmed. Here's Miss Sarah. Here's Mr. Robert Wright. Sorry, Robert. Here's Mr. JC. This was a popular one. Look how big it was, too. Mr. Jeff. And Mr. Garrett. So these packs added up to the names. So this is a good run. It's over. Went to Steven Gonzalez. Oh my gosh, I had a feeling today. Yeah, you had a feeling? Nice of you to stop by today. You just pulled this beautiful card. He's not super cheap either. So you pull him for 40 bucks. That's what everyone loves to do. Look at this. This is going to be 6 across. I'm so dumb, dude. All right, so there's 6 across on that one. My God. What's wrong with me? But see the red? The red represents a bigger break, a $1,000 break. Pretty wild. So you see how many... I'm assuming you're trading this back, by the way. I'm assuming you're trading this back and keeping the Luffy. Is there a way to get that shipped out with my other stuff? Yeah, I have to run it downstairs. So I have to stop what I'm doing here and go downstairs, and then it should go out with your other stuff. Okay, let's write the correct name on the back. No mistakes. Everyone wish him congratulations. All right. Very nice. That's done. One piece. Do you guys want to see it up close? It's a pretty cute card. There it is. Cute. All right. Today's your lucky day, man. Some days you got bad luck. Some days you get good luck. I've seen Mr. Steven have pretty tough luck before. So it goes back and forth, you know. You can always just buy these cards, you know. You never have to be in a break. You can always just buy them outright. You can buy raw card, grade it yourself if you want to take that risk and wait that long. You can open up booster packs. So I just like offering breaks because I think that there's so much value there. Like it's already graded, it's already a 10. All the footwork's been done. And surprisingly, your odds in an actual booster pack are pretty bad. Booster pack odds are often much worse than my break odds. Even with my profit margin baked in there, your odds in a booster pack are somehow way worse. All right, we're going over to the breaks history. This is going to say Luffy, magazine, Steven, pulled at 133. There he goes. Excuse me. All right, little cough there. Did Mr. call Luffy cute? You're cute, mister. You're cute. All right, let me put this downstairs. I got to run downstairs. I got a long way to go. I didn't carry it downstairs. I set it by the stairs, and now I'm just going to text Alexis to carry it downstairs because she's almost here. So I'll just tell her to do it. There's a Luffy PSA 10 card at the top of the stairs. Please take it down with you. All right, there we go. Excuse me. Woo. All right, so probably the OP13 box next. What do you think's more expensive, OP13 or OP5? Oh, that's good. Leaving the slab like leaving milk and cookie for Santa. That's right. Wait, what? So... looks like it's going to be... I have a number in mind, but let me see what we're charging for this as well, because I want to understand what our prices look like these days. So there's OP13. And what, there's 24 packs per box? Divided by 40. Oh, interesting. So the price on this has probably moved up over time. So our price in our menu is pretty good. divided by 24. Oh, no, weird. It comes out to exactly what it should be. Hold on, wait, I don't understand. Let me try this again. Oh, I must have done my math wrong the first time. All right, so this would be a 17 spot break. There you go. I must have done my math wrong. Must have hit the wrong button on the calculator. Ooh, the last sticker. She steps on it on accident. You know, that means OP13 is quite a bit cheaper than OP5. OP5 was monstrously expensive. What a special booster box. Okay, there it goes. It restocked currently, so prices dipped a bit. There you are. 40. 1 in, what did I say, 17? I said 1 in 17, didn't I? Oops. Yeah. So this will be the next box break. You can send this home to yourself, put it in your closet, or rip it open and try to pull the red Luffy out. This is the next One Piece box break. Very good. All right. Cool, man. Cool, baby. So that's completed. A recent payment to you did not complete. Really? I think that's already been taken care of, actually. All right, let me hit refresh on this. Refresh. Mr. puts the whore in hoarding. Hey! Oh, hold on, I'm getting a text message. So let's see what she's saying. She's saying, is she gonna say unlock the door? Oh my gosh, she's locked out. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Whew. I'm here, guys. All right. Sitting is so nice. Here's the special cards I've been holding back from you guys. We've got Jungle Unlimited Ride-On Square Cut. Ooh. I don't know what to price that at. BGS Square. Oops. BGS Square Cut Ride-On. Once that Ghastly hits 10, I'm jumping in. You're going to wait till he hits 10? I'm not buying in until then. I think I'm going to put a very moderate $100 on this. So this card is one of those extremely rare square cut jungle cards. It is. Place 100 on this. Now, if this does not just sell on the table, I'm probably planning on putting this into the live customs for fun. Oh, Lord. So here we have the James C. Cathcart Meowth. This gentleman is the voice of Meowth for Pokemon. He also played James, I believe, right? Was it James? Excuse me. All right. He died of throat cancer, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'll die of throat cancer from all this coughing. Let's see. So it looks like his signature is trading on a Meowth. It's trading for about $350. $350. So we're going to ask the same amount. We have a Jungle Meowth here. Notice the brown border on it. It's actually a rare promo card from like Fruit Roll-Ups or something. And so here he is. We're going to be placing this guy for sale. I brought this back from my vault to make sure we have something for sale because I felt like we didn't have enough. So this guy is back. Potential slab away. I'm going to say 300. Yeah, I'll just do 350. Who cares? I was going to say maybe 360. Okay, 350. What else we got? That Victini is pretty cute. What is this? This is just a Mimikyu from Trick or Trade? What's this trading at now? Goo Woobs is hopping out. Congratulations, Mr. Goo Woobs. You can go tell your wife that you brought back the bacon now. You can tell her you're the best. Tell her you did a thing that no other man could have done. All right, Trick or Trade Mimikyu is far more expensive today than he used to be. He's now a $230 card. These cards really shot up. Okay. 230. Can you believe that? Oops. Get a message from Miss Alexis. She says, oh. So the reason Miss Alexis did not ship all of Ivan's slabs out before is because she said the label I created wasn't heavy enough. I'll say nice catch. Thanks. All right. So I didn't make a heavy enough label last time, so she limited how much went out. That makes sense. All right. See, she's pretty good. If there's usually something that goes wrong, it's usually on me or something. There we go. There's Mimikyu. So I didn't make a heavy enough label. Wouldn't you guys like this Cubone? What's this Cubone pulling these days? I have like 30 slabs. My shipping is going to be a bitch. You have like 30 slabs. Did I make a heavy enough? I should ask, did I make a heavy enough label for you? Nicholas Pacheco. Did you say that at the time we made your label? I can make a second label right now. That's why I'm asking. So we will make sure. All right, let's take a look at this guy. Because from what I understand, he's getting pricey. I don't send for shipping. I'm just sharing. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, cool. Come on now. Oh my gosh, this computer's... Oh my gosh, why is this so bad? I didn't click that. Here it is. I love this Minecraft music. It's so lovely. Dude, this computer is so slow. I'm so much faster than it. It's driving me nuts. All right, here we go. So this does not seem right. This does not seem right. When I sort the Cubones by cheapest, the price actually goes up. That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense to me. We're going to say PSA 10, Chinese Cubone, and try again. Did someone just knock on my door? Let's go with the lowest price. I thought I was going to get a PSA return today, by the way. So far, no PSA return. All right, let's go into Buy It Nows. Mr. Never Forgetty, I need that Cubone. I know. I wish I had offered him as red labels for people. It was a mistake not offering him as a red label because this was a high-performing card, and I'm wondering if it still is. All right, there we go. Finally, the computer's just running so slow right now, guys. So, oh man, he's a $1,000 card now. That's what it's saying. So I don't know if it's worth gambling on it at that point. It depends on how hard it is to pull versus the price of the case. It might be better to just get fresh cases of Gem 3, I believe, right? Gem 3. Let's take a look at Gem 3 case. Let's take a look at Gem 3 cases, because the Gem 3 cases might not be too expensive. If I'm not mistaken, this is Gem 3. Yeah, so let's see. Prices all over the place. You know, this is what's so annoying about acquiring this product is you have to buy from like sellers in China, and you don't know who's like a reliable seller and who's not. Let's see. It's just a gamble. You don't even know if it's been tampered with, really. I mean, okay, so here it is. Here's Gem 3. And Gem 3 has an exclusive Gengar in it, and it's got an exclusive Cubone in it. And we have a price here for it now, but it's an auction. No, it's actually pretty expensive. Gem 3 is definitely shot up in price. It makes sense that Gem 3 is shooting up in price because, you know, if the Cubone itself is selling for like $1,000, Gem 3 is looking more and more like it's a hit set, right? Like you go through the whole case and you get like maybe a chance for the Cubone, but he might not be in the case. And then even if you do pull him, he doesn't necessarily grade 10. So I'm trying to decide, is it better to buy a graded Cubone or is it better to buy a case of Gem 3? You know, it has to be delivered from China. That means it's a 15% import fee, right? So let's try this. So let's say this number plus shipping plus taxes, which would be like, Probably this number. Okay, so that's a big... we're already at a lot of cash. Let's see about the import fee. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty pricey for just a chance for the Cubone. I can't decide. I feel like his price is really not in a good place, but not insane either. And it says the pop count is like 10,700. Oh, man. I have no clue on this card. So this card is too big of a gamble for me. You know, my prediction is it goes up, but it's like, it's kind of already at a high price. Can you buy some ponitas to break? Yeah, so the ponitas are also really interesting too, but... let's take a look at them, huh? Oh, let's take a look at the queue. The queue's empty, by the way, guys. If you want to place an order and not wait to get your stuff open, we have an empty queue right now. So no wait time on orders. All right, nothing here. Mr. Never Mistakey. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Yeah, they call me Mr. Never Mistakey. So let's try this. Let's try... Here, let me open up an eBay real fast. Ponita Chinese. Let's see what's going on with these. Let's see how overpriced they are. Yeah, they're like 1,700. Man, I'm not doing that for Ponita. You guys can have it. So they do have a Ponita, but they just want such an outrageous amount of money for it. It says the total PSA population is only at 130 right now. So now's not the time to buy it because they certainly printed more than that. So it's at a very low pop count of only 130. So I would expect the prices to come down over time. What's this? PCG? Wow, PCG. They changed their... Hold on, PCG. Did they change their label? Or is PCG is just one I don't recognize? I guess PCG is one I don't recognize. What the hell is PCG? So, wow, there's a PCG Cubone and it's like half the price. It's located in China. Is that like their grading? Ooh, yeah, gamble there. Can you buy some ponitas to break? All right, so I already looked. The ponitas, not enough have been graded and they're outrageously expensive. We like the Cubone a lot. I don't know if I'm willing to bet a red label on the Cubone. It's such a large bet. If it was a smaller bet, maybe. Here's Gyarados Gold Star. Here's Pikachu Jorker. Here's a nice, cute little Victini. Here's a Psyduck. Here's Charizard. He's just waiting to be turned into a break. Put him back there. This guy's ready to be turned into a break. Ooh, I'm such a fan of this Magikarp. This card is so good. Here's Umbreon. He's decent as well. Dratini, decent. Scyther. So many of these are just waiting for breaks. I like the Ponita, though. I like the Ponita. Ponita's not exactly, you know, a top-tier Pokemon. So that's the problem for Ponita. What do we have here? You ready? So we got this SpongeBob card, which should just already be up here. No reason he should have been down there. And then here's Parasect. So square cut Parasect. Yes. He's a square cut card, but he's not going to be like the Rhydon. Parasect's not as popular. We're going to do $70 for Parasect. So he's going to be $30 cheaper than the square cut Rhydon. Here's Suicune. I'll place Suicune in here. Good. And then here is Glory of Team Rocket, Regirock. Nice. Pristine Regirock. That's cool. If you're a Regirock fan, this comes from the Glory of Team Rocket set. Let's close these down and jump over here. So we're going to look up PSA 10. Oops. Glory of Team Rocket, Regirock. How big would that Zapdos break be? I don't think the Zapdos break would be terribly large. I think that's a smaller break, actually. All right, so this guy is surprisingly not really cheap. There's one available for sale. Is that right? Oh, no, here's another one. Okay, I see another one. He is cheap. He is cheap. And then let's check the BGS price, because I doubt there's any BGS graded ones. But we're going to check the BGS price. All right, so I don't see one graded with BGS. So we get to set our own price here. BGS goes for a little premium over PSA 10. So you can go buy the PSA 10 if you want. The BGS version shall cost $100. There you go. I think that's actually a pretty good price. All right, cool, man. Reggie Rock we got some fresh cards up on the table. This guy could go in the other shuffle, and then look at these 2 square cut vintage cards and a Reggie Rock. That's nice. So we got some fresh cards up here. Here's Link Nintendo Game Pack, graded 8 by PSA. It's a gym break. You can join this. You can also just buy it outright for $80. So we got those graded Nintendo Game Packs. Super cool. What do we have here? Oh, here's an interesting one. So we got some gym breaks that you guys might be interested in. Here's Scarlet Violet, 31 and 4. And here is Pixar, which has a lot of Toy Story cards in it. So this is, I discovered this when I was cleaning up. One last box of Pixar. You could buy the whole box for $70. You can join a gym break on it for $35. So there we go. Some gym breaks waiting to go off. Cool. What else do we got that we're still cleaning up? Aha. So we did not finish pricing all of the PSA return last night. Looks like we got 3 left. Good. Any update on tag returns? Oh, no, I don't have any updates. Well, I look at it almost every day at this point, and today they're just not making any progress on any of the breaks. They're just sitting there. It's terrible. Just terrible. Dark Persian got a 9. What a waste of money. Okay, Dark Persian got a 9. New friends and farewells. Wow, got a 9. PCG is pristine card grading. Where did they come from? Where did PCG come from? There's too many grading companies, man. All right. People complain that PSA has a monopoly. That's so not true. There's so many other grading companies. Everybody just wants PSA. That's not a monopoly. That just means you have the best product. How can you call that a monopoly? It's so unfair. Yes. Yeah, you can grade at PCG if you want. Oh, you don't want to? Gee, I wonder. All right, let's see what she's saying. She's saying, I'll ship bread. Let's see. She says she needs another label for Mr. Hawk Camacho. Mr. Hawk. All right. Let me ask her. There we go. Anything outside PSA or Beckett is an inferior good. Well, I like CGC, and I do like Tag. I think those are the big 4 right now. So we're going to say PSA 9, Tops, Movie, New Friends. Let's see if we get anything for that. We have a non-holo for $45. Let me check sold maybe, and then what she's saying. Okay. All right, so it sounds like I need to make a new Hawk label. All right, we're gonna set the weight. You know what? Before I make this label, let me just see when Hawk also ordered shipping, because we don't want to make any mistakes here. Make sure he didn't have any special instructions. Let's see. I'm gonna jump over here. Looks like he would have been making the payment from the website. Okay, let's try that. So, on June 20th. Shipping plus tracking. All right, good. It looks like the label is going to match. So we're going to go ahead and print this now. All right. I'm going to inform her I made the label and put it at the top of the stairs. Okay. Now let me go put it out there. All All right, she's got the label. Very good. We're getting stuff done today, guys. Doesn't that feel good? Mantis is lost in his feelings. Is that what you said? So. Farewells, new friends, and farewells, PSA 9. I am probably going to go with the price tag. It's a 9. How about $80? Now on this guy, this one's really interesting. This one's actually a rainbow foil. So this is a higher rarity because the rainbow foils are more desirable. But with that being said, probably $70. Not a crazy price. And then Dark Persian. Ready for the Dark Persian? Let's see. We're going to say PSA 9, Dark Persian, Rocket. Haktua. That's right, Mr. Haktua. PCG is in South California. Really? That's so interesting. Let me look it up. What's PCG grading? Professional coin grading. Wait. Premier card grading. There's too many companies, man. What am I looking at? This doesn't look like the slab I looked at. Oh my God. Everybody and their grandma wants to have a grading company. Pristine card grading. I can't find it. I can't find the website for it. That's ridiculous, dude. I cannot believe people are complaining that maybe PSA has a monopoly when there's so many grading companies that they're starting to share acronyms with each other. We're PCG grading. PCG. There's so many grading companies, and we've been complaining about it and making fun of it for a long time. But I'm meant to believe like PSA has a monopoly. There's no monopoly. They're just the best. That's all it is. It's what everyone wants. It's like saying Apple has a monopoly on phones. No, they don't. People just buy iPhones. There you go. Okay. Good. Look at all these fresh slabs, man. We got some fresh slabs, everybody. Look at this. Pull this back down. Wow, that's like a whole round of these. Huh. Look at this. We got the whole set right here. So here's Link. Here's Peach. And here's... Oh, wait. I can't sell you guys these. These are actually in the shuffles. Oh, so this one's not in the shuffle, though. Okay, so these are actually active. These got to be over here. And what is all this stuff? I'm trying to... So since we don't have any orders in the queue, I'm trying to get some work done, you know? I'm trying to get some work done. And we got this nice little Vaporeon here. Okay. Try to get some stuff we don't always touch cleaned up and maybe posted for sale. Okay. Put that there. We got this Vaporeon 9 of Hearts. Let's take a quick look at that. PSA 9 poker playing Vaporeon. You guys ready to have fun this weekend? What are you guys doing this weekend? Anything cool? We need the cheapest one. Why does it always... It should just default to cheapest. Like, I never use any other setting. All right, so here's the cheapest. It's a... Oh, that's a 10. Wait a second. I only wanted 9s. All right, so I have nothing to compare it to except for this auction that nobody's bid on. So I think I'm going to go with $85 because that's the price of a different Vaporeon poker card. This one's actually better than that one. So the cheapest poker Vaporeon card is from the silver deck. We actually have the base set 1998 blue deck version. So this is older and more rare. It is. And we're going to copy that price of $85. So we got a great price on that. There's a great price on the Vaporeon. Let's get this guy. Where can I put this thing? I need to put this thing out of my way. Maybe over here. Okay. And then these are some sleeves. We're going to put the sleeves up here. What about this? What do you guys think of this, huh? That Star Wars break is pretty unbelievable. So good. We don't usually host Star Wars breaks. PSA Star Wars sketch. All right, let's see. We don't usually host breaks on stuff like this, but we could. Wow, it really depends. You know, when you're looking at Star Wars sketches, they seem to vary wildly in price. Maybe it depends on how desirable it is. Let me see. So the prices do vary wildly. But they do seem to hit around $400, $300, $500 if it's a popular one. All right, let's start a Star Wars sketch break. What do you guys think? So this card is up. It's going to be a 41 and 12. It's Friday, so we're just trying to have some fun for Friday, you know. One piece break goes off. Now we're getting this guy running. Oh, you guys are talking in the chat, but it's not showing up on my screen. That's so stupid. I thought you guys were just being quiet. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Have you tried the new Ultra Pro card preservers? I've not. I hope the government comes down on PSA. Those blinkers upcharge too damn much. Yeah, but you can just choose not to grade with them. So that's part of their business model, is to upcharge you if you do well. But you can just not do business with them. You don't need the government. You can just, as a consumer, you can be the government. You can say, I'm governing myself. I'm no longer sending you any of my cards. So why would you need the government to spend our tax dollars punishing them for something you can punish them for by just not buying from them, right? Like it's a feature you don't like. It's not illegal. It's just annoying. Here we go. All right. It's an unwanted feature of the business. Now we're going to say Star Wars. So you don't need to pay a government official $100,000 a year to go bark at PSA because you don't like upcharges. Just don't give PSA your business anymore. And then they'll go, oh, the upcharges are bad. We got to get rid of them. But nobody's doing that. Everyone's sending them extra business. They're saying, I want PSA, I want PSA, I want PSA. And PSA saying, we got demand coming out of our ears. And then they go, I guess that means we can charge more for our service. That's exactly what's happening. They know they can charge you because you'll still accept it. So they're doing that. They're charging, if you grade and you get lucky with them, they charge you more for getting lucky with them because they know you'll pay it. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Tampa in the house. What's up, man? PSA, please submit again for more money. Are you still interested in Star Wars slabs? Am I interested in Star Wars slabs? Yeah. I have 2 Star Wars slabs in my collection that I really enjoy. It's an assassin droid drawing and an emperor drawing. And you'll notice they're not for sale because they're in my collection. I like this one a lot. This one has no grade on it. But I don't know. Should I? I'm going to talk myself out of selling this. Should I just keep this one, you guys think? Look how cool that is. Oh, man. I'm going to talk myself out of my own break. It is. I mean, that is pretty cool, right? Now, I'm going to sell it. Come on. I got to have something for you guys. I can't hoard everything. And I own so many cards already. I'm at a point in life where I've got... You guys think I got a lot of cards? I've got 530 cards in the PSA vault. And this is after sending home a bunch of cards. I sent home a bunch. And I still have like 535, I think. You should keep it. It's really unique. Oh, my God. Listen to you guys. You guys are stressing me. Look. I have 538 items in the PSA vault. That's 538 slabs. And then on top of that, I have all the slabs over here. I've got too much, guys. Even if I got good ones, I got to sell some of my good ones. I've got to. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. I can't keep these forever. I got to have some of them turn into cash. And then we'll use that cash to do more fun stuff. Let's see. I'm curious what I paid for. I'm pretty sure I paid a lot of money for this one. Star Wars. Maybe I should type in sketch. How many of the 538 are a unique and clean rare Star Wars sketch? You gotta stop! All right, that's it, guys. I'm keeping it. Let's see. I did pay a pretty good amount for this one, actually. So some of the sketch cards cost more than the others. This one, it appears I paid more for it. Let me just see. Again, what if I try to find a card just like this online? Give me a second here. PSA. Let me look up Star Wars sketch. And we'll say this. Turn this down a bit. Let's see. It's just a really good card. It's my job to get you guys good cards. That's my job. I'm supposed to get you guys good stuff. Listen, I think you're right. I think it is a unique break. I think it's a very beautiful card. I'm looking through the R2-D2s right now, the C-3POs. There isn't one like this up for sale. So if you look right now, there are R2-D2s, but they just don't look this good. I tell you what. I am going to sell it, but you know what you've managed to do? You've managed to convince me to ask for an additional $40. So I'm going to ask for $40 more, and I am still going to let you guys have this one. I hope you guys enjoy it. We don't even know if it'll go off. We don't know what you guys will demand on it if it's so good. So I tell you what, we're raising the price to 1 in 13. It costs $40 more. I'm still giving it away. The art will go up next few months. Keep it, Mr. I have a feeling it's your style. You putting some slabs in the PSA vault is a genius idea, especially your location and what you do for a living. So the PSA vault wasn't something that I wanted to do, but ultimately, if a hurricane, tornado, whatever hit, like one that hit Joplin, came in and it just washed my slabs away, ooh, that would be terrible. So I had to split my inventory into 2 places, because it's too much of a concentration into one location. It's too risky. So that's why we had to do it. We're at that point. All right, so it's officially 1 in 13. $40 more. If you hate me for it, I'm sorry. You can blame Kate. Kat convinced me that it's a really nice card. I was going to do 1 in 12, and then Kat's like, it's so good, baby. She's like, this one's so good. It's so good. You put in some slabs in the PSA vault, that art will go up in the next few months. If you really believe that, jump in the break. It's a good one, okay? If you really believe that. All right. What? Don't blame me. I'm just teasing you. Nicholas Pacheco says, $10 for 10 pre-grade. Choose the nicest card in my hit bag, whatever is nicest. Are you saying you want me to find a card that ends up being a 10? I can start looking at some of your cards. $10 would be 3 separate pre-grades. But let's take a look. So you're Nicholas Pacheco. You got a big box over here. I'll send a message for you, to you. For now, address, I had the old one when you bought for me before. Yeah? Okay, cool. So, you want some pre-grades. Now, ooh, you've done pre-grades before, so you got some pre-grades over here, the Narutos. Okay. Just pick something nice and grade them. Don't have to be 10s. Okay. Let's take a look at some of your nice cards. Have you thought of selling some of your cards that you don't want to grade as consignment? That's a new thing. You guys can sell raw cards now. So you can have me place it up on the table, and I'll put a price tag on it, and someone else can buy it from you. Currently, we only have 1 ungraded consigned card. So that's a new thing. Those are all really nice. I like those Topps cards back there. Like, this squirrel is really solid. If this squirrel graded 10, he'd be pretty expensive, actually. He'd be like over 100, I think. Let's see. So that says hits right there. Set that down. I kind of want to see what you got a little bit before we get too excited. Maybe look at the 1989 Mario cards. You're curious about the Mario cards? I could take a look at one of these. These can be pretty tough, actually, believe it or not. So you got a little Bowser card here. You got some Link cards here. I'll set this to the side for you for a moment, okay? So those cards, one of the reasons why they sell for multiple hundreds of dollars in a 10 is because they're weirdly very hard to grade. They just have so many problems with them. They have like They just have a lot of problems. There's a little Gengar, Chinese Gengar. It's a little Zamazenta. Here's a little Wobbuffet. I like the Wobbuffet. I like the Dredagon. You know, some of these are more valuable than others. Some of these cards. Some hollows. We got some of these. Okay, we got some of these cute things. Like, you got like a cute little Yoshi. Now, he's an example of a card that's very cheap, but if he graded 10, he might be worth like $100. So if you had a company doing cheap gradings, you would send that card to them and hope for a 10. That's what you would do. All right. The Merlin sticker is money. Now, you guys will notice it's actually 6:48, and I did not close down. That is because I promised to stay open later, because I failed to get the stream started on time, so we started late. And so it's Friday, and that's just not acceptable, so we just stayed on. So, we are. But I think we're very close to the end now. We're heading toward 2:30, 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we're heading toward wrapping up. Do you still have the Pokeballs in chat? Do I still have the Pokeballs? I don't know what you mean by that question. All right. Now, if you ever want to get rid of some of this stuff, like some of these hollows here, you can trade those in for a trade spot. Let's see. You got a bunch. I just noticed you got a bunch of those laying around. A bunch of hollows there. The whole bag was just kind of like hollows. Okay, so that bag's kind of hollows. You got a bunch of these common Naruto cards. Now, if I was you, I might hold on to these and take care of these, because this top set ends up being pretty rare, it turns out. So you got a pretty rare Topps Naruto set. We have more of that for sale, guys, if you want Topps Naruto, but it's true, there just wasn't a lot of that printed. And if you start getting any 10s on those and people notice it, they might start paying good money for a 10. All right, now. And it doesn't have to be holographic. You know, the holographic ones are probably the hardest ones to grade. But even a non-holo 10 of a Naruto card could end up being a lot of money to the right buyer. If you find somebody who collects Naruto. I think Naruto collectors might become more popular if they really are releasing this Naruto TCG. So your hits bag is over here. And it did have most of the hits in it already. But we looked around. We found a couple interesting things. The Squirtle, it should just be checked. We can check Bowser. I think he's pretty much worth checking. I like the Team Rocket Wobbuffet just for fun. We'll take a look at these real fast. Okay, let's take a look at these. Let me grab my marker. We'll do a quick review on some of these. Okay, you ready? So we got a stamped Cubone. Too thin on the right. He's going to receive an X. Too thin on the right. All right, now we're going to take a look at this Gengar. No, he's got issues right on the upper edge right here. I wish I could show you. Can I bring it in? Can you see that? So that might be cleanable. I don't know if it's cleanable. You have an issue right here too. So that's a further issue. Okay, so we're going to say X on him. He's a nice card, but he's probably a 9. All right, now we're going to take a look at Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet. Okay, Wobbuffet. Okay. Thinner on the left. Clean edges. Problem with the corner here. I don't like whatever that is. He's closer. You might be able to smooth that edge out too, okay? And then as for the off-centering, your off-centering might just be in the range of a 10, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So I don't know if you can see that, but it is actually thinner on the left side than the right side, but it's minor. So the bigger problem I have with this card is on the back of the card. This guy down here, that guy right there bothers me. And I wonder, I wonder how that plays out. If you were to grade this, I wonder if it would be a 9 or a 10. So I'm going to give it a 9.5, but not 9.5 plus. I do actually think it's not a 10. I just think it's a really nice 9. All right, and now let's take a look at this. So here's your Bowser. You ready? So we got Bowser. Looking real clean on the surface, actually. So this is real clean looking on the front. Now the back is where a lot of the problems happen. Let's check the back. Oh, yeah, right there. See all that? That's glue. I don't know what that is. Is that gum or something? I don't want to touch it. So this card is probably a 6. This card is going to be considered damage. We're going to help you out by writing a 6 on it. Okay, 6 for damage. And then the Squirtle. So we're hoping for some value in the Squirtle. Just one Squirtle like this from a pack. Not even holographic, just non-holo. And if he grades 10, he's worth a lot of money. He's worth so much money. Okay, Okay, you ready? So let's take a look. We got to be real picky because PSA is extremely picky on these. So far, so good. I wouldn't send him in for Black Label, though. There's a speck in his mouth. Okay, and checking the back. I think he's got a white dot on the upper right-hand corner. I think he's going to fail. Okay, so I can't overemphasize how impossible it is to get 10s on Topps cards. But right here, we're going to see a white dot on the top right corner. And I don't think that can be pulled off or fixed. I think it's actually there. I think it's in the actual, like, card. This card comes very close to a 10, but he is going to get a 9. Would I grade him? If I was to grade this, I'd grade this strictly with CGC for the cheaper grading, okay? Maybe tag when it opens, if tag is cheap again, but it probably won't be. So there you go. You got 9.6, 9.5 XX. Hey, let's do this little guy for fun, huh? Thinner on the right, too fat on the left. Oh, there we go. Real off-center on the bottom, too. Okay, he's just going to fail for off-centering. So he won't pass the first step. It needs to be well-centered. Okay, put a little 9 there. There you go. You got this gentleman as well. I'm not going to pre-grade that guy. He sucks. All right. Got a couple cards left here. The Dredagon could be nice. Here, let's try the Dredagon. I'm trying to get this guy a 10, guys. All right, Dredagon. All right. Let's see. Yeah, edge problem on the upper part of the card. Is this dust or is it in the card? Let's see. Oh, bummer. It's probably in the card. So you've got this dot here, and if that's not a piece of dust, which I don't think it is, that will immediately fail a 10. Tag will catch that in a heartbeat. You have a little blip right here on this edge. I think they allow that through sometimes. The centering in the front of the card are, like, really nice. It's too bad, isn't it? Yeah, the front's good. Front's good, but if that dot doesn't wash off or something, you're just not going to be capable of getting a 10. Okay, let's try this. Okay, we got this. Ah, it was dust. Lovely. Okay, just needed a stronger push than the brush. So you can see we left no marks on your card after that. Now we're looking good. Okay, so, you know, if it was my card, I would run a Sharpie marker edge across this edge right there to smooth it. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a 10 minus. I think this one actually is in the range of a 10. So the edge not being perfect like that makes it a weaker 10. But there you go. So you have a 10 viable card now, the Dredagon. That was nice. So Dredagon, no, no, no. Almost. No, no. There you have it. All right. Was that nice? We spent extra time on you, Nicholas, because there wasn't much to do because the no more orders had come in. Guess we're attacking Iran again. Oh, no. Are you serious? Man. I wish Iran would just be like, chill, daddy. All right. No, but you can tell in their language, Iran's not looking to surrender. They're not looking for a peace treaty. I think America desperately wants a peace treaty. And then I think Israel doesn't want a peace treaty. So I think Trump wants, what he wants is for Iran to come out and be like, we'll be best friends. The art of the deal. That's what Trump wants. And then Iran's like, hell no, dude. You could tell Iran's seething with anger. They don't like America at all. Why should they? And then, of course, Israel doesn't like them either because Iran sends a lot of missiles into Israel. Israel probably wants to completely decimate Iran in the same way they did Hamas. They probably want a complete destruction, like a nuclear reset almost, like a nuclear bomb drop, but without the nuclear part. All right, so that is not a surprise, but I want to see that in the news. Iran news. Iranian drone strikes Singapore flagged cargo ship. What? United States strikes Iran in response to attack on cargo ship. That was 2 hours ago. Trump accuses Tehran of foolish violation. They're not your friend. There's no peace treaty. You can write a peace treaty and tell them they have to sign it and pretend like everything's, great between you. They don't want the peace treaty. Trump wants the peace treaty. and they haven't surrendered. It's not a surrender, so it's not over. He's fumbling. I got to say, Trump's fumbling. Like, he needs to pick a lane. He either needs to completely back out and say, Iran, is sovereign, and we took down their nuclear stuff, and we think they're going to be jerks, but we're not going to be involved anymore. Or he needs to go all in and be like, I'm a Zionist Republican. We're going to wipe these guys out. Yada bada bing, you know what I mean? He's got to pick a lane, but he's not picking a lane. He's going real slow on both sides. He's trying to appease, the war side right, but also maybe like the, what's the other side called? Maybe the isolationists, or I don't know what the term would be, like somebody who doesn't want to go to war, not necessarily a leftist, but just the Republicans who want to, maybe American First Republicans that say it's not our war, that's a Middle Eastern war between Israel and Iran. So, he's not picking a lane very well, and I think it's dragging on too long. He needs to get out of it, or he needs to finish it, one or the other. He did not get a surrender, and so he needs either to get a surrender, or he needs to just say, okay, we're out of it. I don't think he can either. I think Iran wants revenge. Hey, Mr. NHCC says, a Naruto tin sealed, please. Can we add it to the shipment? Yes. So where did that Naruto tin go? He's under here. Here it is. We did mark it for 130, but I tell you what, I was originally selling it for 100 and just want it gone. I'm liquidating the Naruto tin, so I'm going to give this to you anyways. Now I have to mention, the way I printed your labels, I just printed them to be 2 pounds each. So I'm going to tell Alexis to just arrange your cards however possible to reach 2 pounds. And so she's going to end up shipping you 4 pounds of product, and then we'll see what's left and go from there. Okay, so we got this guy going out, and she's also not going to work on your stuff today. She's got too much. She's actually, for the first time in a while, she's got way too much. So your stuff is being saved for Monday. You'll be worked on Monday. But we got your labels right here. I care the most about the SAVE Act. He wants cheaper gas for midterms. Israel is saying they will not stop even after they have achieved their goal. They just want to keep killing thousands of people. Does anyone remember why the war started? I bet no one does. Squidward, that wasn't a peace treaty. That was a copy of the peace treaty. Okay, Mr. Long time no see, but we'll message you about slabs and send pictures. Sounds good, Mr. Gregory. Thanks for stopping in. How much is CGC grading? Yes, so we priced that in our extended menu. Right now, CGC grading, $28. PSA pack grading, $50. That's for booster packs only. I should say booster. PSA booster pack. And I should say booster pack grading. I don't know if they've changed that, by the way. And then BGS grading has actually been lowered. Yeah, we made BGS grading cheaper. So BGS is now $35. So BGS grading, $35, CGC, $28. Oh, excuse me. I have like heartburn right now. It's terrible. What happened to the no tax on overtime? Hold on. Wait a second. Miss Alexis is texting me. Okay, let me respond to her. Okay, so just double check for slabs named Goo Woobs. Oh my God. Autocorrect. Basically, he doesn't know if he has a slab under that name. Neither do I. When you see a name like that on the label, it's a YouTube name. And it suggests this shipment will have the bonus name as well as the standard label name to check for slabs. Okay, smiley face. Alexis has been doing our shipping for like almost 2 years now. Feels like. Has she been doing it for two years? See you later, Mr. Gregory. No, not Iran's fault. Guess that's because they're not secretly building nukes anymore. Good riddance to that BS. Is booster pack grading open? So I suspect that it is. That's the funny thing. I never talk about it, but I suspect PSA booster pack grading is open. Let's take a quick look. They might have closed it. We should check on it because we have it open on our side as if you can do it. And so we should know. All right, give me a second. New submission. All right, so it's going to say classic submission. Let's take a quick look. Packs, we're going to hit continue. And we're going to click grading. It looks like PSA pack grading is still open. So yeah, maybe we should send out a round of packs to grade as well, you know. I wouldn't expect it to come back very fast though, because PSA is inundated with, you know, they must have all hands on deck working on just standard submissions. But yeah, their pack grading's still open. Let's see. So if you make 20 and 30 on overtime, only $10 of that is tax-free. Yeah, the whole Iran thing, it's pretty sad. Of course, it is a Middle Eastern war is what it is. I think America is also not, you know, America's looped in with it because a long time ago, America wanted control of Iran because Iran is a very oil-rich country. So America pretty much operated a coup in Iran. This was years ago. It was like 40 years ago or some giant number. And when that coup was figured out, the Iranian people did a rebellion. They overthrew the secular leadership and they replaced it with an extremely religious Islamic leadership. So that guy, the Ayatollah, rises to power. He becomes a theocratic government that's actually ran by like a religious leader. And their whole thing becomes kind of like death to America, death to Israel over time, okay? And then it's pretty wild over there. They radically changed their society to be super religious conservative. So it's like hyper conservative. So the girls go from being kind of westernized to like super Islamic. That's what happens over there. And it just becomes this kind of debacle where Iran's not a big fan of the U.S. and they've got all these bombs. I don't know how Israel actually plays into it, but I think Iran basically sees Israel as sort of like, I don't know, like occupiers of the Holy Land or something like that. It's such a Middle Eastern religious war, man. It's so ridiculous that whole argument where it's like, do the Jews belong in Israel? I don't know. Do they? They have an older book, don't they? Their book's like older. And it says stuff about them being in the promised land, being in Israel, I guess. I don't know. I don't like to be involved with it. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Islamic. So I'm neither of those things. I'm not Arab. And I've heard of counter arguments about how the Ottoman Empire was a major colonizer. They colonized all the way up to Spain and all that. So I've heard that kind of stuff. But I'm not really interested in it. I want the wars to end. So it's like 2026, right? We're in the future. We have like TikTok now. We have video games. We got Pokemon cards. Why is anyone at war? No one has to be anyone's enemy. I have no enemies. You don't have to have enemies. You guys can just go to work. You know, like why are we shooting missiles at each other? It's the stupidest thing. So people are still doing that. I consider it religious delusion. That's what I consider it. It's religious delusion. So that's how I chalk it down in my book. I hate religious wars. They're so stupid. And there's real things to solve in life, like medicine, and, you know, helping people with starvation, housing. There's like basic real things to work on in this world. And we're still busy. Your God, my promised land, your promised land. And the U.S. is wrapped up in it because, of course, everyone's fighting over oil too. And Israel and the U.S. have been allies since World War II. It's an old allyship at this point. It's like 100 years old. And yeah, so the U.S. is wrapped up in it, and some Republicans want out because they don't like Jews, and some Republicans don't want out because they want to be isolationists, and other Republicans are Zionists, and they do want to be involved in it. So that's where we are, and it's splitting the Republican Party. It's very interesting to see. All right, let's see. You have the blue background? Yo, what's the deal with those poker cards? I have a couple. Are they kind of niche? They're very niche. Yes, they're very niche. Here's a blue Vaporeon. You are talking to probably the largest investor in poker Pokemon cards. I'm probably the single largest investor, and I will continue to buy them. I have no interest in slowing down. In fact, I probably bought some poker decks very recently. I believe I also have the very best poker Charizard collection in the world. Let me show you. Israel and Iran should just be friends and trade Pokemon cards. That's what they should be doing, and not wasting their time blowing each other up. It's so sad. What a waste of life. It's like, but you know, it's such a religious war, dude. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And it's such a waste of money. You know, people don't talk enough about this, but United States troops have actually died in this fight. So a number of U.S. troops have died doing this. So it's not exactly like we have no casualties either. You are? There were soldiers who were blown up pretty early in those bases. Remember that? So that's sad. They just died because Iran and Israel just never get along with each other. Here we go. Look at this, Charizard after Charizard. Here's another one. So many of these. Such a very big fan of these cards. Here's another one. And the price on these used to be $600 in the past. I think I bought some for as low as $600, if you can believe it. Here we are. And I think the cheapest one online is $5,000 right now. But, you know, I actually think that that's pretty cheap for these. If you truly understood how hard these were to acquire, you would realize that $5,000 for this is nothing. Also, try comparing it to a very similar set that I tend to compare these to, the Top Sun cards. Is there audio? Yes. Will you buy a house if Trump lowers interest to 2 to 3%? Well, I'll certainly be I'll certainly be still considering my same move. Lower interest rates will raise the price of my properties, but it'll also raise the price of the property that I'm trying to buy. So lower interest rates won't necessarily solve the housing problem. There is a solution to the housing problem, and that is there need to be more houses. That's the actual solution. So when Trump says, interest rates are the problem, he has an interest in lowering the interest rates, because when you do that, the economy looks better. But the real problem is there's too few houses. There's a housing shortage. Now, the housing shortage is almost certainly caused by corporations buying up huge amounts of houses because of inflation. So it's a hedge against inflation. Multi-millionaire old people, boomers, who have like 5 or 6 homes that they're renting on Airbnb. And yes, also the 10 million people that suddenly arrived in our country when Joe Biden was in office, they need somewhere to live. So if you inject 10 million people, they're asking for housing. And we didn't build suddenly 10 million homes. So it's a combination of those factors. Sudden increase in the number of people. Corporations buying homes, which is pretty devious. It's almost like serfdom. And then just rich people and boomers, they've got so many homes, but Airbnb is a thing now. So they're like, we'll just rent it. So everyone's a corporation buying homes these days. Now, the solution is if you build a bunch of homes, the problem is solved. But that is tricky. It takes time, and it takes workers. You know, you need people. Oop, let's see. Alexis has another message. Send them together. All right. All right, I was answering her question. So yes, if you simply printed more homes, the problem is solved. Now, one thing you can't solve is like New York City. That cannot be solved because you can't build a lot of homes in New York City. It's already full. So you have to build houses outside of New York City. And some people just won't afford to live in New York City, and they don't want to accept that. They go, no, I want to live here. This is the place I want to live. Why should I be priced out of the place I want to live? But that's the reality, is like everybody can't live in a Malibu beach house. Everybody can't live in Santa Barbara. Everyone can't live in New York City. So you might have to go to stinky old Texas or something like that, or whatever place best serves you and gives you the best opportunities. But that's the truth. There's land that's so desirable, everyone can't live there. It just gets increasingly expensive. And then they go, well, maybe we can raise the taxes, and that doesn't stop it either. You know what I mean? Or maybe it does. Maybe it makes some rich guys go, that's it. I'm heading to Miami, Florida. Maybe it does work. I'm not sure. But but it's a problem with not enough housing. And over demand from people that want to get rich from housing, that is probably part of it. It's like a de facto scalping problem, very similar to Pokemon. You know, like in Japan, houses are not an investment. Did you know that? If you buy a house in Japan, it just goes down in price over time, like a vehicle. Isn't that wild? So if you buy a house in Japan, it goes down in price after you bought it, like a vehicle goes down in price because it's a used home. And in America, it works the other way around. In America, the price of the house goes up because people want to be here. And a bunch of people push their way in, and America's still growing. We have a net positive growth to our population. And hopefully that continues. We do want to, our country's not full. There's so much room. I mean, have you been to like Missouri? I'm in Missouri right now. It's empty everywhere. There's so much room in Missouri. So, we want the country to grow, but we don't want to do it and lose our sense of self, like the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence, or, whatever values we have as a Western society, I suppose. But we don't want to lose our identity, but we do want our country to grow. And if we have a housing shortage, you could put a temporary rule in that says no more house buying from corporations. Now, the downside to that, I think that will cause housing prices to crash, and that will hurt people who already own a home. But the long-term solution is to just build more homes. So we need more dudes with their shirts off and they ripped abs and they got big shoulders and they need to put on their construction gloves, and it's the YMCA, it's very gay, and they need to go out and build a ton of homes. And they're doing that in Texas. If you go look at Texas, houses are cheap, man. You get a big, beautiful house for nothing, but then you have to live in Texas. So let me put this away. I'm just yapping. Let me put this away. So, you know, they want to fix the housing crisis, and I do agree that interest rates are a part of the problem, but when a government artificially lowers the interest rates, that is, they decide what the interest rate should be, they are actually creating a fake economy. They're creating fake demand with fake low interest rates. The interest rates should be at the price that the banks set them at based on how much cash the banks are sitting on. That should be the cost of the interest rates. And actually, if we did it that way, interest rates would probably be higher, not lower. Because where does the banks get all this money to loan out? They borrow it from the government. So the banks, the big banks, borrow a ton of money from the government. The government just issues debt, which is inflation. That's inflation. So the government issues debt at like whatever, like 5%. And then the banks turn around and they sell us the debt at 7%. And Trump's saying, well, we should just lower it. What he's suggesting is money printing. And it's going to make the economy look really good when everyone can borrow money and buy more homes. But the truth is, you're creating an inflated economy. And so, yes, the house prices will go up, but so then how will anyone be able to afford a house? So you can buy a house at 4% interest, but the house will cost double what it costs today. That's what'll happen. So there's no free meal. There's no trick where you can fix the problem where people are not earning enough to buy a home. There is a single solution. Productivity has to go up. Not money printing, not, okay, no one can buy anything anymore. Those are like government valves that they can turn, right? They can turn a valve that says rich people can't buy homes or corporations can't buy homes, which actually that's probably not a bad idea. Because why should corporations be able to buy up all the homes? It's kind of crazy, right? But, you know, the interest rate is one of those valves the government can turn. And just turning down the interest rates, it creates more demand, it's true, because people can borrow money so cheap that you might as well borrow it and buy a real asset that's made out of wood and steel and labor, because you know that the dollars go into zero. And so the price of the homes will go up as demand goes up, and you will just not see the price of the homes keep up with the price of labor. So your job will not pay enough for you to buy that home, even if the interest rate is lower. All right, anyways. I understand all this stuff because I'm obsessed with it. It's very interesting to me. There is a simple solution. Just print a whole bunch more homes into existence. So if we ever do that, housing crisis solved. And I think AI will solve that one day. I really do. AI is going to have like robots build the homes for nothing. That'll be the future. 3D printed home or something like that. Printed by AI, problem solved. So we're close to that, I think, but we're not quite there. Maybe the next generation will benefit from it. That's an increase in productivity, by the way. That's what I'm describing. I'm describing an increase in productivity. That's where the AI is able to do the work for us and do it cheaper and faster. So all of a sudden there's more product and that drives prices down. But yeah, just lower interest rates. That will look very good for our friend, Mr. Trump. And then it will look very bad when you can no longer afford a home, because homes cost, even starter homes are $1 million. Why? Because everyone can borrow cheap money to buy homes. So here's Mr. Nicholas. He wants some Merlin stickers and an Abyss Eye ×2. All right, maybe this will be the last order of the daytime stream. Let's grab this. Good conversation, by the way. If you understood that, it means you also are kind of educated on finances at this point. If you understood what we were talking about there, if you don't understand what we're talking about, it means you still got stuff to learn. But those are really important ideas. The idea that the government actually controls the interest rate is a very big idea. Like, the government should not be controlling the interest rate. The market should be controlling the interest rate. If you do fake low interest rates, you will have out of control inflation. And we already, and there's countries that have that, like Japan. Japan's economy is so stagnant that they have lowered their interest rate to like 1 or 2%. because they're hoping somebody will borrow money and do something with it. They're like, please borrow the money. We need productivity. And it's a sign no one in Japan wants to start a business. No one in Japan wants to be a corporation. No one in Japan wants to buy up all the homes and rent them out or whatever it is. And they could solve that by importing a bunch of Indians or something, right? So like you can open the border of Japan, and then all these new workers come in and they need to rent somewhere. So you could be a Japanese man who buys up all the cheap homes and rents them to the Indian workers in Japan. But the Japanese say they don't want that. All right, 2 Merlin 1s. They say, hell no, we're Japanese, baby. That's kind of like that's an old idea too. Like when the royal families would be like, we only have sex with each other. Keep our genes pure. You know what I mean? Keep the genes in the family. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. But I kind of get it, because if you take too many people on too fast, it starts to feel like a different country that you're living in. I saw some videos of Paris, France the other day, and wow, it didn't seem like it was France. They were so, oh, look at that. Look at that Gengar. Wow, man. They already have 3D printed homes. They use concrete. Yeah, I've seen those. Those are really neat. I don't know if I'd live in one. They're so ugly. So I feel like they've got a long way to go, because not only do they need to print it cheaply, it needs to be desirable, you know? It needs to be desirable. Like a long time ago, places like China and Russia, they already figured out how to make massive concrete apartment buildings that just shoot up into the sky, and it's just very cheap housing for everybody. So they already figured that out. We could do that. But Americans want more than that. We don't just want a cheap home. We want it to be beautiful. We want to be like, my home is a work of art. My home's going to resell one day. So those 3D printed homes, I think they've got a ways to go. They got to look good. They got to look like a work of art. And I think that that's possible. Old Brock, light skin Brock. Yeah, they're getting the light skin Brock in, huh? He a light skin. All right. Oh, yeah. Charizard. You're killing it. Look at this. You got Squirtle. Okay, this is a great round, Mr. Nicholas. I feel like that is much dumber for listening to this. Alexa, homeschooled moron, talk about politics, PS6. All right, let's grab this. Very nice. Here's Magikarp. Here's the Charizard. Anyways, that is a very fun conversation. I think that becoming a more productive society solves the problems. Lowering interest rates is a quick fix that makes the current government look really smart. It's like, oh, wow, money's so cheap. I can go buy anything I want, and I won't owe too much interest on it. So that'll create huge debt surpluses. People will pay really large amounts of money to buy stuff that they can't afford, and then they'll be in debt on it. And if they ever default on that debt, that'll crash us into a new depression, similar, whatever you want to call it, recession, similar to the 2008 crash. Remember the housing crash? So if everyone pulls out cheap debt to buy houses they can't afford, you could very quickly end up in hot water from that as well. But the real solution would be to print up a whole bunch of American homes all over the country, just tons of them. And that solves the housing shortage too. But that would require a lot of young men and a lot of tough guys to go out and just work their booty cheeks off. And it also means that these companies have to be incentivized to do that, but also allowed to do that. So there's a lot of places where it's very hard to build, and very often it's the most desirable places. So that's the funny part. Again, like if you go to Texas and it's just big, flat, empty land, you go to big mansion out there for like 500,000, 400,000, plenty of family homes out there. So much opportunity. But you go to like coastal California, you're never gonna live there. You're gonna rent forever. You're never gonna own a piece of coastal California. And that's what people are upset about, because a lot of people live in California. They live there and they go, why can't I buy a home? Why is it so expensive? It's these darn corporations. Well, part of the problem is you can't build anything either. That's part of the problem too. And nobody wants anything to be built, because then, now they're competing with more homes or something like that. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a nice $4 million home in California, do you want affordable housing built right next to you, dragging down the neighborhood, dragging down your home prices? No. So you run into that problem too. This makes me think of the movie The Big Short. Just watched it the other day. Mister, do you have the facilities to grade those? So we can grade them here. Yes. Basically what they do is they get sleeved and then they get encapsulated in the Cardconomist slab. But you can also send them to CGC. So CGC, again, a very cheap option. We will be doing a CGC submission pretty soon. Okay, so that's an option as well. right, we'll put this over here. Let's see, we'll pop this up here. Very nice. Okay. We'll hit refresh. Mr. Nicholas is done. I'm just checking all the cues. All right, we're all done. Look at that, guys. That's the end of the daytime stream. We did 2 hours and 45 minutes. Did we hand this out? We need to hand this out for you guys. So type in TCC to jump into this giveaway. Right now, type it. I'll give you 5 seconds. Can you grade them or not enough time? Oh, pre-grade. Nah, let's save it for tonight. It's already 7:30. Let's save it for tonight. It's quite late in the day. I see what you're saying. I thought you were asking if I could send it out to CGC. We can pre-grade them in the next stream, okay? Let's get it. So we got Tyler going in. So 18 is Tyler. Number 19 and number 20 is 6 and Dennis. Dennis, didn't he already have a spot? All right, good luck. Landing on 11, and that's Jacob Chickering. All right, Jacob Chickering it is. Congratulations. So he gets a free Pokemon card, and tonight we'll pick a new Pokemon card to hand out for free. Appreciate you guys being here. I hope you had a great Friday stream with me. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Tonight we'll be on for the late night stream, and really not very long from now. It's already 7:30, so my day's pretty much already over. And yeah, we started late, but I ran the stream late because it is Friday, and I'm just trying to get you guys a nice showing, okay? So this is going to say 7.26. We're going to title it. Did the Luffy card end? Yes, sir. The Luffy card ended. Who got the Luffy card? It was Steven Gonzalez. He pulled it. If you missed it, I apologize. We started a brand new one-piece break. Here it is. So here it is. It's this beautiful Carrying on His Will OP13 English box break, 41 and 17. Pretty risky. If you pull it, you can keep it sealed or you can open it up. Okay? Very nice. Let me slab away one. Maybe. All right, guys. I'm all done. Tammy's legs are dying. Tammy, you're always talking about your legs, but you never show us your legs. I'm hopping off. I hope you guys have a great Friday. I'll see you for the late night stream in like 6 hours. It's not even that long from now. See you later, everybody. 5 hours.